whoever he is, hey, you a hero for them. You should be walking around with your head up. But other than that, it was the Giants who didn't score either. But we locked that ass up. I'm gonna just be honest.
So you're feeling good. Super Bowl champions, Rams. You're holding firm on that.
And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out in the air. We start off about like 6-1. I hope Aaron Donald. I hope he's coming back.
He in shape.
I know he is.
Hey,
I hope he comes back, baby. Then we go ahead and take that thing over. But right now, 1-0, and I'm gonna celebrate.
Inglewood ain't up to no good. That's what
They was, yeah. You know.
talking about.
My GPS don't go over there, but you know.
Hey.
You know. I watch it from afar.
Well, let's move on to last night's game because that was chaos. It was insane. I mean, down by 15, Josh Allen just in the fourth quarter, 251 passing yards just in the fourth quarter, okay? This was the most in the fourth quarter in his entire career.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to move on to the Ravens, though, okay? So let's talk about John Harbaugh. 17 blown double-digit leads in his career. That's the most from a coach since 1991, okay? Then Lamar shoves a kid. He's so upset. I don't know if he should have some repercussions on that. Now, let's go to Skip. Have you lost faith in the Ravens?
I have. And I still have a headache from watching that collapse last night because I want to love this team so badly year after year after year. And this kind of thing just keeps happening. I can't remember a game in which I gained so much respect for a team because after 3 quarters, I said, this thing is over for everybody in the AFC. Like, this is by far the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I lost all that respect through the fourth quarter, slowly but surely. And in the end, I sat back and I said, this team is psychologically flawed. There's something missing in the psyche of this team with the head coach and the quarterback and the running back. Something is wrong because when you sit back and look at the big picture, this team gave up almost 500 yards and 41 points on opening night at Buffalo. But this same team, after 3+ quarters, had hung 40 on Buffalo at Buffalo. Derrick Henry looked bigger and faster than I've ever seen him, ever.
Yeah.
And Lamar, he had the late great escape where I just said no human can do that when he escaped 7 potential sacks and then ran for 30 yards. Yeah. I just said, that's too good. And then they're up 40-25 until 4 minutes are left, and Derrick Henry takes a real routine handoff, and Ed Oliver jumps it and just reaches out and just literally just flicks the ball out of Derrick Henry's hands. And I'm like, what? That just happened? Josh had just gotten away with the lucky pass. Kincaid hit it at the goal line and tipped it up, and Keon Coleman caught it in the back of the end zone. So all of a sudden, the one score, you're saying it's a 1-score game. And here they come, and Buffalo blew 3 2-point conversions, including the late one where Josh threw a poor pass because Keon Coleman's 6'4". He's up on a 6'1" corner Wiggins. And you just got to throw it up where you can just jump ball it. And he threw a poor pass, and it's easily broken up. So I'm saying you guys are trying to lose this, and it gets to 4th and 3 at the 38 for Lamar and John Harbaugh. And you guys will probably disagree, but I was fine with them punting because their punter had launched a 59-yarder and a 51-yarder before the last punt, and he gags it. And it only goes 42, and they get it out at the 20 instead of back at the 3 or wherever they could have locked them up. And here they came, and it's shooting fish in a barrel. It's like candy from babies. You're just pass, complete, pass, complete, pass, complete. And I'm saying, I thought this was that they had a top 10 defense last year. What? There's nobody. There's no pass rush, and there's no coverage whatsoever. And you sit back and you say, come on, Lamar, you just got to figure this out. Somebody has to say no to that up 40-25. And Buffalo said yes. And that was my final takeaway. You want to go?
I'll go. I wouldn't say I lost faith in the Ravens because I never had faith in them.
Okay.
Like, this is the Ravens.
Well, you did pick them to win this game.
I did, because it's a regular season game. You know what I'm saying? I know they got big game problems, man.
They got big game problems.
I got a text in my group chat last night that said, "Hey, the Ravens gonna Raven." That just made me laugh last night. But they got big game problems, man. Whether it's opening night this year, whether it's opening night last year, whether it's the AFC chip, the divisional last year, the AFC chip in 23, the wild card in 22. It's a big game, and they got big game problems, man. So they're going to come out and they're going to look like the best team weeks 1 through 17. But when it's a big game, they're going to find a way to Raven. You know what I'm saying? So I never really had faith in them guys.
Who do you blame that on? You blaming it on the quarterback?
I know who I blame it on, honestly. The football guys do not fuck with the Ravens, Skip. For some reason, they look like the best team in the league, and the football guys let them, y'all think you're the best team in the league, right? And then they strike down on them, and they let a tip Keon Coleman catch the touchdown. Then they let the ball just pop out of Derrick Henry's hand. Then it's just one play after another at the end of games. It's not like they come out and they just get their head beat.
No.
And they look like the trashiest team. No, they look like the best team in the league, and they always find a win. I'm a firm believer in these football guys. You get out what you put in, and they got to change something in their off seasons for them to be able to finish games like this.
Yeah. Go ahead, Gil.
Now, I'm with you on the football guys because, listen, the game itself, as a neutral party, it was a great game.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, you watched two Titans just go at it.
You did.
MVP guys. Like, if you're talking about that's the last game we get to watch, none of us can say we were disappointed.
Can't complain.
Good point.
Right? Both quarterbacks did exactly what they needed to do to win that game. I mean, when you're up 40-25 with 4 minutes left, the chances of you losing that game is 1 in 1,000.
Right.
That's, you know what I mean? And when you're talking about the football guys, you're really talking about football guys. Buffalo and Josh needed everything to go right for them to win that game, and Lamar to do everything on offense wrong to lose that game. I mean, you're talking about a tip, overthrown pass tip, Keon catches it.
That might have been fourth down. Was that fourth down? The Keon touchdown?
It was.
Look, that's a fourth down. Tip.
The game would have been over.
The game is over right there.
Like,
The football guys let it get all the way to that point.
Yeah.
And then they say, all right, well,
And
who
half the
put the
stadium
most in
was
this
gone.
offseason?
Yeah.
They did. Yum.
Right
down on them, man.
About, then obviously Derrick Henry, when he's scored over 100, when he's rushed over 100 yards, they're 10-0. This is the one game they lost.
Yeah.
Right? You're talking about him fumbling, right? They scored another touchdown. Shit, I mean, on the 2-point conversion, hit the hands, hit the back of his helmet. If he was turned around, that's a catch too. So when you're talking about everything went right, even this play, they threw it to Keon down the middle, and he gets tripped up. That needed to happen for them to win the game.
It helped.
It did.
If they scored, Lamar has the ball back.
Yeah.
Like, so it worked perfectly for Josh Allen. I mean, when you're talking about being a hero, that was the moment.
Yeah.
That was the moment that he needed. How he played that game was a perfect ending from him. That was fate. There's nothing you can do about that. So me personally, I don't take anything away from the Ravens. Like, they showed that they was whooping ass. Like, you couldn't stop them.
Man.
Quarterback playing and coaching shows me that the reason that they lose these games in the fourth, last year they were number 1 through 3 quarters. They were, 29th in the league in fourth quarter points. It shows me it's because of coaching style, right? You become scary. You became a college basketball coach up 20. Now you want to run offense. Offense didn't get you there. Your athletes got you there.
Yeah.
Right? Now you want to actually show that you can coach, and you slow down the momentum of your team,
Yeah.
and you choke off the game. And that's what it showed me, in that fourth quarter, last 5 minutes.
Yeah, and to add to that, what a lot of people aren't talking about was that missed extra point too. I feel like really changed the moment. Or we'd be in overtime right now, and who knows what would have happened. But
Loop.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good because last week on the show I picked the Bills
Well,
to win the Super Bowl. So I forgot I should have worn my Buffalo outfit today like Gil. So I'm feeling good, but no, I haven't lost faith.
were you feeling good at 40-25?
No, I was feeling terrible.
Okay.
I probably would have been with the rest of the fans walking out the stadium like they did when it went. I mean, as soon as Lamar dropped back, he went back 25 yards, ended up gaining 19 to get in the first down, and then Derrick Henry went for 45 the next play. I was about to turn it off. If we weren't doing the show today, I was going to turn it off.
Yeah.
It was game over. But then they missed the extra point. You're hanging on a little bit. But no, I haven't lost faith in the Ravens. I really haven't. I mean, we watched, like you guys mentioned, a playoff game last night in week 1. Those are two of the best teams in the NFL. I truly believe that the Ravens are going to figure it out. They're going to go back. They're going to get over that hump, and they're going to make a run deep in the playoffs this year. Lamar is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I have full faith in him, and that was on display last night, like you guys mentioned. And I agree with you on this, Skip. Derrick Henry looked as good as he's ever looked in his career at 31 years old. And there were arguments about don't pay him. He's past his prime. And you wait for that hump, right? You wait for that. It's 31, 32. When's it going to be to where a running back gets out of his prime? He looked phenomenal last night. Zay Flowers didn't get talked about a lot. He looked really good. That offensive line was dominant. I watched Andrew Voorhees at left guard, who was a former USC Trojan, just pancake block after pancake block. The holes, I mean, Skip and I could have ran through those holes. It was awesome to see. Now, where I do have concerns, though, and where I don't say lose the faith, but I struggle a little bit with seeing them win a Super Bowl this year is defense. And you go in there, and I know you're playing the reigning MVP, but your secondary gets exposed, and your defensive line gets exposed, and the pass rush is non-existent, and those two work hand in hand. But you let Josh Allen go out and throw for 395 yards, and you also have him throw the ball 46 times, and he dropped back over 50, but he scrambled, and you get one sack, the whole game, one sack, and you're supposed to be this great defense, and that's what's going to lead you to the Super Bowl this year. And I know you have these players on offense, but you got to get over the hump with the defense, and you can't get the job done. Now, I did have some issues with Buffalo's defense as well, so I'm worried about that, but we'll talk about that another time. But, you go out there and you struggle against Josh Allen. And I know he's the reigning MVP, like I mentioned, but it forces me to think that they aren't going to turn the page, and they're not going to get it figured out. They're not going to get it done. And last year it might have been, Mark Andrews dropping the ball and Lamar Jackson fumbling. Yep. Maybe this year they go in the playoffs against Josh Allen and them again, or the Chiefs, and they give up 350 yards passing again. Is that going to be the issue? But I will say this. The one thing I do disagree with you on, Skip, from a player standpoint, is I hate that they didn't go for it on 4th and 3. I really do.
Yeah.
I really, really hate that, because you're looking at what your defense is doing, right? Your secondary is getting exposed. You have no pass rush. And those
own 38.
You're at your own 38. I get that.
With a minute 30 left.
But my point was, and I wrote in my notes, and you can look at them, and I said, if the Ravens don't get a first down and put the game away here, and Josh Allen gets another chance, the game's over. Buffalo's going to win this game. It's over.
They scored 3 times in the last 4 drives before that. So, why punt it?
But why? And the point is why take the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hand? I mean, the person that's making you win this game or helping you win this game is Lamar Jackson. I know he fumbled, but Derrick Henry. Those are the two guys that have been making the plays all night to win this game. Your defense is getting exposed. Why not let them finish? If I'm John Harbaugh, I am living and dying by number 8 every single time in that situation. So that's something that I didn't like. And like I said, overall.
Are you second guessing, or did you first guess it at that moment?
As soon as it was 4th and 3 at the minus 38, my first initial thought was keep the offense on the field and go for this.
Same.
Don't take the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hand.
We saw so many great plays by Todd Monken last night. It was fake jet tunnel screens and plays where they pulling guys. You got to respect Derrick Henry, or you got to guard Lamar. And bro, y'all got so many plays y'all can run at this time in the game, or even just the last drive period, not even on 4th down. But it gets so bland and vanilla power. Power. Like, bro, run some of them fucking plays you ran and got 9-10 yards on before. So half of it's on Todd Monken. Half of it's on Harbaugh, man. They just find a way to lose
played for the Ravens defense, and they went for it on 4th down and missed. You would be furious with the Harbaugh, because you'd say, we're just chopped liver over here, right? They're the Ravens.
I mean, but we were chopped liver on that. If I did what we did that night and coach decided to go for it, I'd be like, shit, I feel why coach going for it, because we ain't doing our fucking job. They just scored on us 3 out of the last 4 drives. Why would we punt it to them? Like, nothing says punt it to them. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, and on your last
I would respect
drives, you'd not gotten a first down. So Okay, so
Yeah, but greatness is
started
greatness.
to shut you down.
But greatness is greatness. I mean, they made history last night. They made history in the fourth quarter, opening night, 22 points in the fourth quarter. That's the most, right? 16 points in the last 4 minutes. That's the most in history.
Josh Allen threw for 250. What did he throw for?
251.
251. That's history right there.
Like,
he never did
I mean
before.
that's a game. You know,
Exactly.
like,
But
yes.
So when
So
you're
why punt it to him if
Yes.
you're doing that to us in the fourth? Why am I going to give him the ball back?
because you got a top 10 defense from last
Not
year.
last night, though.
But I also got
I
Derrick
got
Henry,
top
Lamar,
5 in their position.
and I got the most creative plays in the NFL. Like, I don't know if you understand, Skip. I was looking at these plays like, oh my God, Todd Monken. It's no way to defend that shit. It's either Lamar with a one-on-one. If Lamar can't get 3 yards with a one-on-one,
That's on him.
Like, that's on Lamar. I want to put it on. I'm going to put the game in Lamar's hands. Lamar, get us 3 yards. Run the play where you pull. Derrick Henry, the linebackers got to respect it. They got to get over the top and respect it. Pull it. Lamar, one-on-one. Get 3 yards. I'm going for it every time.
It's like you're not in present time. Like if I'm watching a game as a coach, right? I'm looking exactly at what's going on. This man is on fire, right?
Real.
There's no way I'm giving him the ball back, right? If Steph Curry, Michael Jordan done hit the last 7 out of 7 shots, I'm winding this shit down. I am not giving that man the ball back in his hometown. I mean, this is like the Ray Allen shit all over again. You was there, Skip, right?
Was I?
Right, like the arena left, things happen. Now this man has the ball. Why would you even do that? No one does that, right? I'm going to put the ball in my best player's hand. I got 2 of them killing all night.
Yep.
I need y'all to make a play. Do whatever
And
it
live with
needs.
it.
Because what happens is exactly what happens. You kick the ball back. This is not 11 on 11 anymore. Once he got that ball back, playing the way he's been playing, that crowd, Bills Mafia, that's the 12th man.
Yeah.
Now, once the 12th man kicks in, what happens? Referees got tight ass, right? That means pass interference.
Nope.
That might get called easier now because the crowd is rowdy. They're at home. Everything swung this way. That's what you don't want to happen. You don't want Josh Allen playing the way he's been playing, coming down with the last drive. Just like if it was reversed. If Keon scored that play and didn't get sacked, you don't want Lamar coming down with the last second shot, right? So I personally would have went for the game over.
Same.
Right? I want to put the ball. Listen, you are a back-to-back MVP for a reason. Do it.
And it's 2.5 yards. Like,
Yeah.
3.
a little shorter than 3, Skip.
I mean, if it was a defensive battle and it was 2017 and the defense has been winning all night on both sides of the ball and Lamar's not at his best and Josh Allen's at its best, then okay, then I'd argue, all right, punt it away, pin them deep, and force them to go win the game. The other factor, too, is that if they were in Baltimore and then you get the crowd involved with crowd noise, because I promise you from a quarterback standpoint, there's nothing worse than going on the road in a game-winning situation.
Right.
I mean, you can't hear anything. It's loud. When you're at home, we're normal cadence. I'm going, hey, check. I can make any check I want at the line.
Yep.
When you're on the road, that checking shit, that's out the window. You can't make a check. You got to go up there and live with it, or you hand signal, then you don't have a timeout, or you get a delay of game. Those things are a factor, and then that leads to sacks. So if they were in Baltimore, then I understand it. But I sit there, and the stat we just talked about, John Harbaugh blowing all of these double-digit leads. I just feel like if I'm Harbaugh in that situation, I sit there, all right, what's my gut telling me? What's my mind telling me? Punt it. No. Let's go opposite of that because I haven't been able to get that done. I'm giving the ball to number 8. I'm going to do opposite of what I've always done so I can figure it out, let Lamar go get it. You have the best player in the NFL in Lamar Jackson. I really believe that. He's the most athletic player in the NFL, and I felt bad for Joey Bosa last night. How do you stop that? You zone read, you're late to get on the backside. They did a good job of the scraping over the top. That helped a little bit. But at the end of the day, you're dead. You're dead in the water. If you take one step down, Lamar can run out there, and then you add the RPO, which is the pass option to it. You can kick it out to Zay Flowers if they do come upfield. You have so many different things you can do in that situation instead of just punting it and letting Josh Allen go down and win the football game.
By the way, did you just go Game 6 of 2013 Finals? Was that your reference?
Yeah.
Ray Allen?
Yeah. That was a Ray Allen. Everybody left.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And by the way, LeBron, LeBrick, the tying 3. Do you remember that? bad shot.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that, but he
Long
did.
Box rebound.
No, but he did score and created 22 out of the 25
But he
points.
missed the tying shot, and Tim Duncan, for some reason, was out of the game at that point, and Bosch went and ran down the rebound and kicked it to Ray in the corner.
And that was Ray's only point in that whole.
Just for the record.
He needed. I mean, Ray Allen. That was the least he could do is have 3 points in
It's the timing.
regular
All right,
time.
back to the Ravens. I'm not buying that the gods have it in for the Ravens. I can't go there.
No, for this game.
Something is flawed internally. Maybe it's the coach. I see a lot of Ravens fans all over social media. They want Harbaugh gone, but they've wanted him gone for like 3 years. and every year they're like in the championship game. You can't tell me he's a bad football coach. And I've also seen him put the ball in Lamar's hands in several crucial situations and go for it and let him get it. He was just playing. Any football coach at that point, worth his salt, he's just going to punt the football because you're on your own. The game is going to be over with a minute and a half left if you miss it. It's too dicey. It's too dangerous because the Bills' defense was on fire just as much as the quarterback was. So you try to punt him inside the 10, but the punter misses it. He gags, okay? And now he's got the ball out at the 20 instead of backed up at his 7 like you thought you would back him up. But this just keeps happening to that team and that head coach because that's now 6 of the last 10 losses they've had back to 23. They've been up with under 5 minutes left. Well, that's wrong. You're too. I think we all agree. Are they not the best team in the league? Seriously, just
the roster.
paper.
The roster.
Yeah.
They showed it all the way up to the 4-minute
the
mark.
best team in the league. And at 40-25, I'm thinking it's over, man. Like not the game. I'm talking about the AFC is over.
Definitely.
That's how good they are.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they added Jair Alexander, who Green Bay cut. I'm sure the Packer fans were celebrating this last night because he had a long fourth quarter, man.
Yeah.
He just did. I don't know why, because I like him. You said the other day you really like him.
I love him.
Okay? So what happens? I don't know. It felt like they were front running and showboating a little bit early in, like in the first half of the fourth quarter. Every time I saw them on the bench, they were acting, their body language said, this is over. And you just can't. That's where somebody, I don't know if it's the quarterback or the running back or the head coach or somebody has to say, it ain't over. Somebody has to put the fear of God in the bench area that we can't act like this. And we're about to get to Lamar shoving the kid, but they were really celebrating. That was D-Hop's one-hand catch. That's when you thought, oh, you got him too? Like he's going to be doing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My God.
It was.
Hey,
Even that's what I said. Add the kick to it. Like you needed all of this to win. There's just some games that's just meant for you to lose. If I'm the Ravens, listen, I am concerned about our play calling in the fourth quarter. I am, because obviously this is a trend, right? And it's one I remember as a player. It was the 2006-07 year. We were scoring about 110 at home, about 94 on the road, right? I was averaging 33 at home, 18 on the road, and I couldn't figure what it was. So I had to go back and watch tape and realize at home, coach let us go out and just do our thing. On the road, damn near called 100 plays. Sometimes.
Who was the coach at that?
Eddie Jordan. And I had to go up to him and say, hey, coach, man, listen, I've been looking at this little trend.
Yeah.
On the road, just let us loose. Like, we should run up and down on the road.
Yeah.
Right? Because
because
we're against the odds. Like, we're sitting here trying to play perfect basketball and it's working against us because they're comfortable. We got our tight ass. They loose.
Yep.
No offense. But that's what it looks like. It just looks like they're playing scary football in the fourth. And that's not the way you're going to win games. Like, you have to be, like, loose going into, like, the first 3 quarters. Like, literally, the score was 40-25. You couldn't be stopped. You stopped yourself with the bullshit plays.
I know, but what's funny is
the bullshit play. Go ahead, Skip.
It felt like it was 50-25, and it's still a 2-score game, and you can't get it through your head because they look like dynamos. Like the 40-25, it's still 2-score, right? I mean, you
Didn't feel like it, but yeah.
Look what the bullshit plays are.
Yeah.
The tip ball, then he come catch it, right?
Okay.
Against the Chiefs, it's literally a toe on the line.
It was.
Right?
Yeah.
Andrews just dropped.
He
He
just
didn't even
dropped
drop the rock.
He dropped
It's Andrews. He flat out just drop
And he never does.
easiest catch of his life.
Right. Okay. So you
You
said the
feel me?
gods have
This ain't
Hey,
what
how?
does it.
How?
to me,
You gotta sit in that
they
locker
do it-
room, man.
Hey, I'm telling you,
that to me,
you ain't doing something right.
You gotta save that shit.
The times when you gotta sage your off season, because the times that I didn't do shit right, I bullshit throughout the whole off season. Right? I come in the season, I get I'm at 10 interceptions. I'm at 6 interceptions and 2 touchdowns through week 10.
Yep.
There's a DMVP conversation for me, right?
Yep.
What the football guys do to me. Sham! Pop that hamstring. You ain't, It look good. They like tease you, and then they take your ass out because you ain't put in the time this offseason to be in a DMVP conversation. So, they got to do something with that offseason if they want to see the results in the season.
Maybe
I'm
you should
telling
have gone to church. You ever thought about that?
I go to church. I believe in God. You see me talking about the football guys right now. I'm a firm believer in God. You know what I'm saying?
Them 3 eyes say you don't know.
That's stuff to me.
Be that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Did I show up? You feel me? I make an appearance here and there. You know what I'm saying?
That stuff to me, though, the football gods and
It's
things
real.
Like I get it, but to me last night, that was momentum, is what I thought it was in that moment. Now, you can call it a lucky catch, you can call it all these things, sure, but the momentum was going for the Bills. I don't care, Skip, if they were at the 38 or they started at their own -8, whatever it may be. They were going to win that game. I think everybody in the stadium knew that. When your secondary can't
the
cover,
3-4 left, right?
well, the ones that were still there,
Yeah.
or everybody watching from home. But
Yeah.
when your secondary can't cover and you can't get a pass rush, you're done. And they couldn't do that in the second half. Aqib will tell you, if your pass rush is non-existent, you got to cover now for 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds. That's impossible. But if you can cover on the back end, maybe we can get some coverage stacks. When both of those aren't working and you have to go into a 2-minute drill to win the game, there's no shot in hell that you're winning that game with Josh Allen, the reigning MVP, and you've got Keon Coleman who's catching his stride and these other guys around him that are playing well. When your secondary and your defensive line, neither one of them are playing well and you have to go to a 2-minute drill, it's over. Leave the ball in Lamar's hands. Let him go for it.
So how the
and if you don't
Bills-
get it, they kick a field goal and shit. We lost.
How the Bills win it? They gave up 40. They secondary sucked.
Yeah.
They pass rush sucked. But they won.
But if you look at Josh Allen on the sideline versus Lamar Jackson, Lamar, they're chilling. They're like, they got it. Josh Allen never felt like this game was over. If you looked at him on the sideline, he every
Agreed.
second was like, this game is not over.
And it was momentum.
But Lamar, then they're like,
Momentum.
this game is
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, it was whooping ass from the beginning. It was ass whooping.
should've felt like
so
that.
they just chilling the whole game. I mean, it's 4 minutes, something that if you did 1,000 times, Josh pulls that out once. This is.
But this is happening to the Ravens over and over
But
and
this
over.
this was special when you're talking about if you question his MVP last year, he came back and showed you how gifted, how great he is in real time. No matter what we say about Lamar and pulling out plays, this man did it. Like when we're talking, this is his this is back-to-back MVP year for him to lose. What he did last night will stick in all voters' minds.
It will.
Bro, he
Right?
sailed
It's
the
close
ball.
with anybody.
He
They're gonna
sailed the ball on 4th down over a guy head by 4 feet.
miss it. Yeah.
He missed the shit out of him on 4th down. And that's MVP quality?
But-
no, bro.
no,
that's
no.
not MVP quality football.
No, but it is.
He
You know
didn't
why?
do that. It was 4th down. He sailed the ball 4 feet over a guy's head.
It's Kinsey.
But when it's your
Like,
time,
come
when it's
on,
your
man.
time, it tips it.
I
It
think
goes
he
in your
was trying to-
man.
Bro, what was so amazing about that?
Huh?
Do you think
That
I thought he
wasn't
was trying
that
to get
amazing.
secure behind them?
I thought he went wild high to Kincaid.
See, I
at the
thought
goal.
I think it was Khalil Shakir behind him. I think he was trying to get him the ball, and then Kincaid tipped it, and then it just happened to be 3 on
See,
top
we
of
don't
each
know
other.
what he
And-
tried to do.
I know,
You know what I'm saying?
but-
We don't know what he tried to
and
do.
then Coleman caught
Let
it.
him tell it. He threw a tip pass. He wanted it to tip off Kincaid's hand, and Keon catch it. You know what I'm saying?
I think he
Come
was
on, man.
going to Shakir in the background, but I don't know. Either way, they caught it. Momentum's a real thing.
I know.
You can call it football gods. You can call it all these. And
Hey,
the
them
other guy
football
too that's not
guys
getting
is
enough
the
credit
real
in this
thing now.
is Joe Brady. He called a phenomenal game. He did call a great game in that second half. When they had those 3 and outs back to back in the first quarter, the beginning of the game, I thought it was over then. I thought there was no way they're going to slow down the Ravens. I thought they weren't going to get back on track on offense. But momentum's a real thing. In the second half, they figured out in-game adjustments. Those things matter. And whatever you want to call it, there was some lucky plays. You need those sometimes.
bunch.
But
You need those.
at the end of the game, still, we take all that out. I will still stand firm. Don't take the ball out of 8's hands. Let him go get it. And if he doesn't get it, we die and they go down and kick a field goal. So what? But at least Lamar
And
Jackson
then the
had a
timing
chance
of
to
it,
win.
too. If you give him the ball on the 38, maybe you have a little time to get the ball back. You know what I'm saying?
Good point. Good point.
It'd be close, but
It'll be right there. But I mean, then you're hoping his greatness.
Because they had their timeouts.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It's
That's what
like-
I'm saying. You still got your timeouts. Maybe you make them kick a quick field goal or whatever.
So Cody's front running on his Buffalo Bills today, but I'm going to remind you, bottom line, they gave up 238 yards rushing
Right.
at home.
They did.
They was
At home.
trash,
And
too.
238.
I
Both
mentioned
defenses was
I'm
trash.
feeling really bad about that Buffalo defense, but we're not talking Buffalo's defense
Okay.
right now. We're talking the Ravens.
I didn't look this up, but I will for tomorrow's show.
Yeah.
I don't know how many teams have ever given up 238 rushing at home and lost
Probably
the game.
very little.
It's hard to do, man.
It got to be
Okay.
a first, a second. It
It's gotta be
hasn't
close.
happened that
No,
many
that's
times.
bad. That's bad.
It may have never happened.
Right.
238.
Yeah.
Because that's ridiculous.
I agree.
Man, they both played a great game, man. Like,
A great offensive
Yeah, it
game.
was a great offensive
See,
game.
I'm a
man.
defensive
It
guy,
was
so I
fun.
kind of look at the
Yeah.
game like, oh, this is trash.
Yeah, no, yeah, I
I was like, bro, this is trash
I
right
was sitting
here.
there like,
I'm a former quarterback. Yeah, I'm loving it. Hey,
Yeah.
who wins last night, though? Your Rams beat either one of those teams last night, Gil?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them.
because we can't prove it. Yeah. I'm on my skip sheet. Yeah.
I do want to talk about Lamar, though. He did
Yeah.
shoved the kid.
He shoved him.
I want to play it on the screen, though, because
He muffed
Yeah.
top first.
The kid shoved him.
He lucky he ain't
Well,
get socked in his mouth.
I think
Man, that was a hard shove.
Like,
He's a
come
kid,
on, bro.
kid.
He drunk. He got to be 21.
I don't think he's
21.
21. He looked
I
like
think
he's
he's
14.
12.
Yeah.
Did they say
The age
What
of the kid?
identify him or how old he was or
Let's
anything?
look.
No.
They
But
say how old he is.
do we think
'Cause he
that
definitely
Lamar
was
should
drunk.
have repercussions for this, or is it the kid's fault?
It's definitely the kid's fault, man. You are buying a ticket to watch the pros. You are not part of the script. You don't put your hands on the player. If you put your hands on one of the players, he should have socked him in his mouth, put him to sleep, grabbed him and put him on the field. Like, bro, you want to be part of the script? I'm gonna make you part of the script. Like, come on, fam, you cannot do that. As a fan, do not muff hop in his head or whatever happened to you after that. That's on you.
Well, he was banned from the NFL stadium.
As he should be.
From every NFL
As he
stadium.
should be.
I mean, we don't know the intentions. It's just
It's
like,
a muff.
No, but I'm saying
Okay, where you going?
the top of the head. I mean, he got the first one, and then it seems like Lamar was a little further. He had
The
to
second
spin his
one,
hand.
the Lamar was worse than the D-Hop one.
that looked. But look, I mean, listen, I'm a fan guy, right? you in Buffalo, okay? All right, you in Buffalo. This is our arena.
They're egregious.
Right? I don't care who you are. If I want to smack your helmet, get the fuck away from this line. If I've been reaching distance, I've been reaching distance. That's how I look at it. If I'm the owner, I'm not banning one of my fans. What are you talking about? Like, how are you going to find out if this kid is in this building again, right? You won't. This is my fan
We got to
base.
stop calling him a kid.
I don't care
Yeah,
what
I
he is.
can't find his name.
he was
That
drunk,
looks
bro.
like a
He's
kid.
21.
I mean, he probably was drunk.
If you muff somebody's head at a game, you're drunk. Look at him. He's
Yeah,
drunk.
that's how I want my fans,
He's
man. What are
drunk,
you talking
bro.
about? And I'm gonna just be honest
He's
with you.
muffing players, bro. Nah,
Listen,
bro. You can't do that.
I know. Listen, I
You can't
know
do that, bro.
As an athlete, you look at these situations and you be like, I wish one of them would do that. But I'm gonna tell you right now. You being black in Buffalo. You being black in Buffalo. You think your ass about to go in Bill's Mafia? Those are 100,000 fans. They whooping the ass. You're like, I know. Listen, pregame in the parking lot, they jumping on tables and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, they jumping right on Lamar. They jumping right on. You think you about to go in that
Hey,
fan
boy.
and do something to that kid? They all whooping ass. I seen
To that man.
Rasheed Wallace.
That's a man.
We're gonna have to come back on that. 'cause
That's
I
a
don't know.
man.
Rasheed
bro.
Wallace, right? Try to run up in the Oakland crowd. We had a little beef with them, and he tried to run up in the stands, got his ass whooped.
And that's she.
Yeah, he got his ass
And
whooped.
that's she.
So I'm saying, listen, you can be tough all you want, but that is a fan base. Those are season ticket holders. They all know each other, and they dream of whooping the player ass as a collective group.
Yeah,
But they got to set the bar that you can't do that.
I disagree with you. I'm going to give you the square ass former quarterback saying the right thing answer right now. I mean, look, the fan's out of line though. I don't care, kid, grown up, whatever you are. Like, there's a line you don't cross, and I know you want your fan base to be like that, but when it goes from verbal to physical, and there's things you don't say though. Don't get me wrong. There's things you can't say, but when it goes from verbal to physical, that can't happen. I don't care what sport it is, where it's at, whatever it may be, it can't happen. Now, I do think the push on D-Hop was okay, get him out of here a little bit, but the one on Lamar was intentional. He knew what he was doing. He knew who Lamar Jackson was.
He knew what he was doing on both of them.
Yeah, I agree, but I think the one on Lamar you could tell had a little more force because he knew D-Hop didn't pay attention. Let me get a reaction off this one. I wish Lamar would have just looked at him, maybe flipped him the bird or something, and then walked away. I don't like that he pushed him, but like, you put your hands on a grown man, you got to expect repercussions. That's going to happen. I'm never going to advocate for a player hitting a fan or pushing him or any of that. Would have loved to see him walk away, but I can't defend that action. Like, I can't defend a fan touching someone and not getting pushed. It's tough for me to say that. So I'm torn on it. But at the end of the day, I'm glad they got him out of there. I know, I mean, you can go jump on some tables, you can go to the tailgate, do all that. Your ass ain't coming to, especially to the front row anymore if you're going to start putting your hands on the opposing team. That's just, it's unacceptable. Again, wish Lamar didn't push him. I wish he walked away, but I absolutely don't think he should be suspended.
But how many men think about that? If you push them, that they want to push back.
But people forget they're real humans. Like, that's not Lamar Jackson, the football player. That's a grown-ass man playing a game, sure, but in that moment, you physically assault someone or you push them or you hit their head, helmet or not, he's going to respond as anybody would in real time. So, I mean, I'm with Lamar on that one. Again, wish he would have walked away, but, yeah, you can't be doing that.
I really disagree with both of you guys in your sort of view of this thing. This was bad. I don't care what you say. You just cannot. And Lamar said the right things after the game because I think he was trying to protect himself from getting suspended.
Yeah.
I would suspend him for a game for this because it's over. You can't. You are a two-time MVP in your 8th year. You are a face of that franchise and one of the 2 or 3 faces of the league. And there's a line a player cannot cross, and you know this from the NBA because you've had way more incidents. This was highly unusual because, as you guys know, you can't find a football stadium where you can even touch. You know, even at Lambeau, you have to leap up to even have contact. This is a rare, because that's an old-ass stadium.
Yeah,
and they're about to blow it up.
Yeah.
And only along that end zone, you can actually reach over at eye level and touch the fan. Okay, so they are celebrating going along up against the fans on the road, which is, to me, that's out of line to start with because you are asking for it. All those fans, you're going to go in your literally in your face, in your stadium, because D-Hop just one hand caught it while his arm is being tugged by the DB. And it was sensational. And Lamar runs all the way to celebrate because that was his first catch as a Raven. And it was spectacular. So Lamar's into it. They're front running because they think that's just that's gonna cap it off. Like the game is over. So they're celebrating and they're kind of doing a line of celebration as D-Hop goes all along the stands. And yeah, the kid's out of line, but there's this thing called liability that the NFL cares a lot about because I'm not going to be surprised if that kid or his family or whoever it is, they're going to sue the NFL because he's got a back injury, quote unquote, something. Because he can. He took a shot. Yes, he can. You better believe he can.
I know the law, Skip. If you go muff somebody in their face.
Okay,
bro,
well,
you can't do that.
Why do you think they cracked down so hard on you guys off the Malice in the Palace?
Because they went up in the stands.
Okay, well, he went over the edge into the stands and shoved the kid like 6 feet back.
Yeah, they both did.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, when you look at it, the reaction of the fan plus his reaction was it's an even wash, right? I personally don't think either one should. No one got hurt. I hit your fucking helmet. You're a football player. Watch out. And I'm not complaining. I fell into, like, you made my fucking year. So at the end of the day, I will be asking Lamar, how do you feel? Do you want him tossed? Yes or no? Most likely, as a professional, he's going to be like, nah, it's not. I just reacted. I felt the hit, and I reacted. I thought it was one of those.
The human reaction.
I thought it was just one of those aggressive, players, or, one of those aggressive fans that, and then once I pushed him and realized, it was a skinny little dude, You know, I stuff like that. I want to ask the player, what should I do before I just assume? Because if you don't have no quarrel against it, I'm not gonna just ban the kid for just being a fan. He's excited. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know the vibe of it at that moment in time. So I really don't think either one should get, you know, in trouble. A 1 game suspension for reacting is just, that's too much.
But you can't.
Fine me.
Okay.
You know what? Fine me. Let me donate something to Bill's Mafia. I'm pretty sure they'll be happy.
If a fan run his ass on that field,
Yeah.
Okay, but he didn't run his ass on the
but
field.
he reached over
Technically.
and smacked the guy, skipped 2 of them. Muff.
Yeah.
You can't do that, bro.
He got a 2
You
for
can't
1.
do that. Skip.
I think he,
But if a fan do run on the field, the security come tackle the shit out of him, bend his neck back, treat him.
that's
You know what I'm saying?
fair
Try to break
game.
his arm.
Yep.
So, hey, you on the field? You lucky you just got pushed. You lucky you just got pushed. If the fans are cheering and Lamar just walking past talking, the fans cheering, and Lamar muff his face, they gonna sue Lamar for millions, right?
He's done.
He's
That's
done.
not
Then
even a
he
question
gonna
about
get suspended
suspension.
and all that's going.
You're gone for the year.
It's gotta be the same, bro. It's the same. You a fan. You bought a ticket to come see the show. Come watch the show, bro. You're not part of the show.
okay, but the commissioner
make
will
yourself
not
part of the
like
show.
this. I promise you, because the liability is extreme on this. When you then cross back over the line and shove that kid, you can see it on the video. He falls back like 6 feet.
Hey,
Lamar got him
There's
good.
some force. No, there was force.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, he's strong
Man.
for sure. I mean,
Ooh.
Skip, he sat down in his seat, Skip.
No, he fell
Said
over
he
his
flew
feet.
5 rows
Hey,
deep.
by today he'll have a
That means that-
concussion
He
and a
said,
back
look, he
injury.
pushed
He down there
him.
sitting
He
out-
pushed
that's
him.
what I
He
said.
sat back down in his seat,
That's what
bro.
I said. He's ready. I mean, it's one
Like,
of those
come
things.
on.
Gotta be a
He
kid.
2
They're
hand
his
pushed you in the
parents.
chest, and you sat back down in your seat. Like, come
Hey,
on, bro.
Just wait for the lawsuit. It's coming.
Nah.
The NFL, he will not win that lawsuit.
I mean, because you got
That's
two.
gonna be the easiest lawsuit ever.
Yeah,
My lawyers will eat that little lawsuit. Let alone the NFL lawyers. Like, come on,
You're
fam.
gonna- yeah, you're
that
kinda
lawsuit is cake, bro. You
Yeah.
can't hit nobody and then sue them. Like, bro, they don't work like that.
D Hop will sue. I got whiplash. And,
Like, come on, bro.
And Lamar, we see this
no,
head go
somebody
this
in
way.
his family got money. He's sitting,
Like, if it was-
he's sitting front row, bro. Hey,
If
come
it
on,
was
man.
verbal and he said some shit and then Lamar pushed him,
Lamar be wrong.
then you go, okay, yeah. The fact, that was my point. As soon as you cross that line from verbal, and there's stuff you can't say, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But when you cross that line from verbal to physical as a fan,
Yeah.
and I'm not, like I
And
said,
then
I'm not
you
trying
can
to
say
justify
whatever.
Lamar pushing him. I wish he
You
would have
can
walked
say
away and
whatever
took
you
the high
want.
road.
Then it's
But
up to
you
Lamar to
provoked.
get you removed, like Westbrook do. That's what Westbrook do, right, Gil?
in during the game.
Right, Gil. That's what Westbrook do. Every time somebody say something to him, Westbrook, hey,
Yeah.
come get him out of here.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Lamar would have had to get him up out of there,
LeBron-
right?
Well, he used to go after him, but now he learned it's him.
Get
Hey,
out.
yeah,
We'll get him.
Westbrook
Yeah.
just to tell on you real quick, get you put out, fuck up your day. Lamar would have had to do that,
Yeah.
but it was more than verbal, bro.
Yeah,
so,
physical
hey,
part is
come on, man.
what-
Third
what
quarter
crosses the
before
line.
everything switched up.
So this was the football guy.
Yeah.
This was the football
another
guys. Late in
Changed everything.
Late in the so this was the touchdown that scored the 40, and I ain't scored since.
They ain't do nothing.
They ain't
after
scored.
that.
No, I don't think
They
it wasn't.
struck down.
Lamar, whiplash, whiplash,
they
and fuck
struck
you.
down.
Yeah.
No, the 40 was
It
the
wasn't the
run
40.
by
And
Gilbert.
listen,
That
the
was
whiplash kind of threw his game off. That's what,
Yeah, suing for that. He threw my game off. Okay, let's move on to Micah Parsons. Obviously, his debut. We've been talking about this non-stop. So let's talk about his first game. Okay, Matt LaFleur. He went on to say after that they held the most high-powered offense last year to 250 total yards. Okay, Micah Parsons only played for 45% of the defensive snaps because his back, but he looked pretty good. 1 sack, 1 tackle, 1 QB hit. How much credit are we giving Micah for the Packers win, Aqib?
I thought Parsons played good. I thought he played a good game. He came in. He had a pressure that probably led to a turnover, an interception. I feel like he sped Jared Goff up on that play. That led to a turnover. I feel like when he was in, he played the run solid. But I feel like it was the other guys who dominated. It was Wooden, Wyatt, Rashawn Gary, and Van Ness. Them guys dominated it. They stopped the run.
Yep.
They had a lot of pressure inside with that new interior for the Lions. That's what a lot of people are not talking about. It's 3 new guys in the middle for the Lions. So I feel like they did an excellent job stopping the run, getting pressure inside. And Jordan Love damn near played a perfect game himself. So He spread the ball around. 10 guys touched the ball. It was just the Packers was just on one. And I won't give Parsons that much credit because he didn't really play that much. He played 25, 27 snaps or something like that.
29, yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Without Parsons, they would have beat.
Without Parsons, they would have did the same shit. They was on one. This a 10, 11, 12 win team from last year. They got it on their mind. Like, this our year this year. Parsons is the icing on the cake. But this team, they gonna do something this year. They showed me a lot last night.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Look, he only played 29 snaps, and it's tough to give him credit for the win, but you can't say that he didn't have an impact.
Oh, he
because
did.
when you go back and watch the tape, he had an impact when he was in there.
Plays.
Made some good plays, and like Aqib mentioned, he was a direct result of that Evan Williams interception. He made Goff get off his timing a little bit. And I promise you, when you have a guy like Micah Parsons in there, if you're Jared Goff, you're peeking a little bit to the right before the snap when he starts making a little bit of an impact. He played good, Skip. He really did. And I watched it again, and I know you're a Dallas fan, but he had a good game because I went back and checked the tape again all the times he's in there. Has as good as a first step at the defensive end spot as anybody in the league. He really does.
Miller-like.
I mean, he's as good as anybody in the league with that first step. He's 6'3", 250 pounds, and he's as athletic as a tight end or as a receiver, as any of those guys. And he does such a great job of using his physicality. I know you mentioned that, he's a finesse guy, and he can only run around the edge, and that's been the knock on him. He looked physical. Go back in that game.
On his mind last night.
Yeah, like he went up against.
I'm playing a run.
He went up against Penei Sewell, who's one of the best.
How many tackles did he have?
No, I'm not talking stats though.
He had zero.
You can't just no. He had a sack.
That edge.
He had a sack.
That edge.
Go back on the tape. Go back on the
set
tape
that edge.
and look at the game in the third quarter. 11 minutes ago in the third quarter, it's 2nd and goal. And the Lions are driving, and they run outside zone right at no one other than Micah Parsons, who can't stop the run. Strong outside edge, blows up Sewell into the backfield, pushes Jahmyr Gibbs back, and he loses 6 yards. It's a negative 6 yards run. For a guy who's a pass rush specialist and can't play the run, that was pretty damn good. That was impressive. And the scary part for me is, and again, I'm not trying to praise him too much. I know he only played less than 50% of the snaps, but the scary part for me is he missed the entire offseason. He didn't go to OTAs. He didn't, go to fall camp. He's been with the Packers for less than 2 weeks. His back still hurts. Like, he's only going to get better in this scheme. I can't wait to see what Jeff Hafley does for him going forward. I think he's going to be a dominant player on this defense. It's already damn good, and they've already got a lot of key pieces. So as much as you hate it, Skip, I know you're a Dallas fan. I know you want to say you won the trade, and I think time will tell. We'll see what Kenny Clark does throughout the year. And I know
we already did.
There's an argument that
see what the
Mike
draft
is not
picks
good
do.
for the 16 other weeks of the season, or he's only good for half the year, and he falls apart in the playoffs. That looked like a pissed off Micah Parsons yesterday. When you look at his eyes,
prove a point.
that looked like a Micah Parsons that watched the Arena Gridiron last week and saw Skip Bayless throw down a jersey and stomp on it like the rest of the Cowboys fans have done, and he's out to go prove everybody wrong.
Listen, he's a firework when he's on the field. If you're a quarterback and you can see when he was on the field that you're hitting the panic button when you push
100%.
hike. Like, he's cutting your time in half of holding that ball. Pressure on the QB when he was out, 26%. When he was in, 38%. That is fucking huge.
Yeah, it is.
Right? When you're talking about, somebody's putting pressure on the quarterback himself, you are in this mode right here. You're not settling in the pocket. You're not sitting there trying to pick apart this defense because you have an animal after you. So when you say, did he help win the game? Was he the reason? No, he wasn't the reason they won. I mean, there's two sides of it. But did he do his job? Was he
looked great.
Excellent?
Yeah.
In the 29 snaps? Hell yeah. Yes. By far. Like, it was a big impact for him.
$46.5 million impact, or
For 29 snaps? Yes!
For only being there for 10 days
Yeah.
and not knowing the defense? Yeah, I think so. I think he's well on his way.
Yes.
You finished?
Wreck-It Ralph is what they should call him. His nickname should be Wreck-It Ralph. Because when they get in there, he's fucking shit up.
Man, I wish he'd wrecked one game for my Cowboys after his rookie year. Look, I'm going to give you this. On just sheer presence, he ignited the whole stadium. They introduced him last, and the stadium went crazy. And I hope they enjoy it while it lasts. And before I continue, I must say I did wear my Wayne chain today. This is a gift from my brother Lil Wayne, just because he's such a Packer fan. And I'm going to honor you, Wayne, one time, one day, and enjoy it while it lasts. because this guy has a long history in Dallas of slowly but surely wearing down over the season. He's not a physical football player. There's a lot of flash and dash when he's rushing, and he was fresh yesterday. And he did look more inspired than I've seen him look as a Dallas Cowboy since his freaking rookie year. And it really pissed me off that he goes up there and it's like, oh, God, I got to be on my best behavior. I got to give every ounce, every snap. And yet he plays 29 snaps as a situational pass rusher, and he's eating up a quarter of your salary cap. Good luck with that, because it will be diminishing returns throughout the year as he goes up against the Panay Sewells, who rock him and blast him, and he gets chipped, and he finally starts saying, damn, I don't like this. He doesn't enjoy that kind of contact. He initiated a lot of it yesterday, but then he brought down the house in garbage time with 4 minutes left. He gets loose and comes all the way around the formation as cement-shoed Jared Goff tries to run for a first down, and he runs him down from behind, and it was the classic blindside chase down sack where Jared Goff never saw him coming. And I read this morning that Micah hit 18.47 miles per hour. It's the fastest he's ever run on a sack in his career.
Ferrari.
So here we go. He Ferrari'd one time in the opening game at Green Bay against a Detroit that was starting 3 new offensive linemen, guard, center, guard, all new, and I don't think they're very good because they were getting just destroyed yesterday.
It's going to be a problem.
And Jared Goff got turned into Zach Wilson or worse because he was on his back feet the whole day. He showed me no guts, no glory. He didn't step into a throw. I didn't see him step into one all day.
No.
And they're coming from everywhere. And you nailed it right away because that Van Ness, he's turned into a beast. I'm telling you, he's coming from the other side. And Edgerrin Cooper, the linebacker, is a dog. And I'm going to say he will have more impact on the defense than Michael will have for 17 games. And I'm going to remind you, this defense finished 5th last year. It was 5th.
It is.
Okay, they're really good. And they got a little better with Micah. I give you that, because how can you not with a situational pass rusher with that kind of speed and quickness? But you just watch, he'll slowly but surely start disappearing. And all I got to say for Cowboy Nation right here, right now is, in 2 games against on their way to the Super Bowl, Philadelphia Eagles last year, 2 games he played played every snap, every defensive snap for 2 games. We lost 34-6 and 41-7 and got run off the field with 187 yards rushing and 179 yards rushing. Then the other night, without Micah Parsons, at defending champs on banner-raising night, in the second half of that game, they score 1 field goal from 58 yards by a Jake Elliott who struggled from 50-plus all year last year. He was a liability from 50-plus, and he nails it from 58. And that's all you get against the Kenny Clark-led defense. I'll take that. So I'm not missing him at all. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're picking and choosing what you want to take and what you want to claim. He is a Ferrari, right? He's no different than a Steph Curry.
Okay, but Ferraris are fragile, right?
Ferraris are fragile, but he is a Ferrari that's added to what they already have now.
Okay.
So when you said that he was on his heels the whole night, of course he was. You have a Ferrari coming after you.
No, you got a whole bunch.
With solid defense. So the negative that you want to keep using is not a negative anymore. He's not going to wear down because he has solid. This was the last piece for them. Now, your new girlfriend is not better. I'm sorry. She's not better, Skip. I'm sorry. You got a fucking pickup truck. If you want to haul more trash, exactly, that's what it's for, right? You're trading one weakness for another weakness, right? Run it out, 18, what he did, 18, the speed was 18, he caught him.
All day long.
Kenny Clark ain't catching that. That is not what Kenny Clark does. Right?
All day long.
He's a plugger. He plugs in.
No, he anchors against the run, and it permeates across the front.
But you're giving up more passing yards, right? That is what you're doing. You can't stop the run here, but the passing run, the passing is shut down. So you're saying, fuck it, you can pass it. We want to shut down the run now. That's all you're doing. I would rather, it's four times more important to make sure the quarterback is on his heels versus the fucking run. You have a pickup truck now. It is great. Now, if you traded him for TJ Watt's upgrade, Myles Garrett, upgrade, right? Bosa, upgrade.
No.
Yeah.
You're plugging in just a pickup truck.
I don't know.
You're plugging in a pickup truck who just is great for plugging in the whole. That is not an.
See, but with the Packers though, Skip, he don't have to play 99% of the snaps. So maybe he don't wear down because they already fifth in defense. They could use him situationally. They could use him, of course, when they want him. But you ain't got to wear him down. You could keep him fresh. So he looked like he looked last night. And then my next point is his first years, he was kind of iffy against the run, but I feel like yesterday, he looked fucking great against the run, honestly.
Good.
Because you get better, Skip. You young, you get better. I was young. I left the Bucs with 16 picks, right? A bunch of interceptions.
Yep.
But I gave up a bunch of touchdowns.
Yep.
I gave up too many touchdowns early in my career. When I got to New England, Bill said, hey, keep playing that ball, but I want you to focus on what you give up. You ever thought about that? And it made me say,
Yep.
I used to just think, oh, I get picks, I'm good. I get picks, I'm good. Bill made me start worrying about what I give up. So I fixed that part of my game. From New England on, I ain't give up a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I stopped giving up a bunch of touchdowns. So that was the main part of the game that I focused on as I got older. Just like Parsons. Everybody want to say he can't play the run, Last night, it looked like he focused on that shit. Like, I'm going to show you I can play the run. He put an emphasis on it. So you mature, you get older, you get better at the shit that you need to get better at.
I'm going to give you the quarterback kind of offensive game plan going into a game against Kenny Clark, Micah Parsons. Look, and this is no disrespect to Kenny Clark, and it kind of goes along with what Gil was saying. When I game plan for a Kenny Clark, okay, you may have to change your run game up a little bit. We'll go some more combo blocks, some A blocks, which is center guard working up to the second level. You don't want to leave him one-on-one with your guard or your center. You may get some wham blocks, get a fullback in there, take some shots at his ribs. Let's do that. That's okay. That's not going to change your whole game plan. When you get a red dot player, and what I mean by that is the guy in the film room, when the laser pointer that the coach has is on number 11 or number 1 now, this play, over and over like Myles Garrett and TJ Watt and those guys like Micah Parsons, your whole game plan changes, especially from a quarterback standpoint. The first thing is you got to use tight ends and running backs to chip block. You lose those guys in the pass concept. I don't need to chip block on Kenny Clark, right? The next thing is that week we're putting all quick game in. We're not taking those 5 steps and those 7-step drops because Micah Parsons is going to kill my ass if we do that. If we're trying to throw the ball down the field, we can't do that. So we're going quick game, 1 step, 3 step, get the ball out. And then the third thing is as a quarterback, and what I saw from Goff yesterday, is I'm peeking over because that internal clock, that speeds up a little bit. I don't get to go 1 to 2 to 3 to check down, to scramble, to throw away. I'm 1 to 2 to get the ball out. I'm 1 to Olay block maybe, and Sewell misses them, and I got to throw it away. That's what Micah Parsons does, and I agree with Aqib. I watched the tape. I mean, go back and look at it yesterday. Pass rush specialist, he played the run damn well. He looks motivated. He looks like a new player right now in Green Bay. It's only game 1.
The fourth thing is, Skip, when I got a Parsons or a Von Miller, I just sit a little bit more flat foot. I know
right?
It's coming out, and I'll get more plays. You know what I'm saying? Like we saw last night. So he creates shit.
Okay, he was in the perfect place at the perfect time because the other point is there's no more Ben Johnson as Jared Goff's security blanket play caller that he trusts in with his life.
True.
He's got a new guy, and he's like, I don't know about that. I don't trust. And then he's got 3 new blockers in the middle of the line trying to deal with Rashawn Gary and Wyatt and Van Ness on top of this speed and quickness guy over here. Okay, so Jared Goff looked completely overwhelmed, like just lost. And I don't think it was just because of number 1 over there. I don't.
No, it wasn't just because.
I'm not saying that.
It was because of everybody. But Parsons, he ain't go against them 3 interior guys. He went against that damn All-Pro. basically every damn snap. He went against Panay.
He did.
All damn day.
Yeah.
One time I seen him bench press Panay ass, put him on the
Worked his
ground.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? I know you seen that.
I
Skip.
saw it.
No, he
That was
did.
against the run.
He did.
That was a run play.
You know Skip turned
He
his
bench
head.
press. You probably can't find another guy who bench press
Okay.
Panay like that.
All right.
You know Skip
You can't
turned his
find
head.
out one more guy. No, he ducked it.
Took a bite of food.
Wait a second.
Kenny Clark.
No. All I had to
would've done
do.
that.
Wait. I just kept looking at the stats. I'm looking at them, and they're all zeros across the board until he ran 18 miles an hour
Stats don't
and ran
tell the
down.
story all the time. Skip.
Really? Okay.
Like if I guard a guy and he
Yeah, all
got zero
zeros.
catches,
Yep.
and I got 0 tackles and 0 pass breakups,
Okay.
but I strapped that, I ain't do shit.
Okay.
And
I ain't do nothing.
the one
right.
thing
Like,
I will,
stats don't
I'll give
always
you,
tell
Skip.
it.
Okay, but that's a different kind of stat. Did Micah make 4? If he'd made 4 tackles against the run, you got me. 4
But what if
solos.
he set the hell out the edge
I'm telling
and
you.
let Van Ness come make the tackle?
Yeah.
Because the running back couldn't get outside, he cut back. That's what I tell my youth football players. Nothing outside. Make them cut back to all your teammates. If you
Okay.
don't make one damn tackle, Mason, if you
Yeah.
don't make one damn tackle today, you did your job.
Okay.
Just don't let the ball get outside.
All right, but you can't tell me that his sack that he got wasn't the cheapest garbage time sack you can get.
was.
It's a chase down blind side
But
that
them
Jared
count
Goff
too.
doesn't even hear
And
coming.
that's what the Cowboys needed against Hurts.
Yes.
Somebody to chase his ass down and make a play.
He scored 3 points in the second half. Jalen Hurts, that everybody put on a pedestal after that game, including me, he scored 3 points in the second half because my defense is way better than people think.
Or the
and it's
Lightning.
better without Micah Parsons. I don't care what you say.
Where was the defense in the first half? Like I'm not rolling with the Lightning defense.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling with the Lightning defense.
Okay.
Like the game shut down and the defense got
well,
the
there's
shit.
a
Both teams looked like they were playing great defense in the second half.
Okay, help me
both
out.
Both looked trash in the first half.
Okay, help me out. If my receiver that I think is the best receiver in pro football
Yep.
catches 3 out of 4 that he dropped, do we win the game? Yes. We
Maybe.
win the game?
Possibly, yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Because there are things called the third quarter and the fourth quarter when my defense drew a bead on it and said, we got this now. You make halftime adjustments, you make lightning delay adjustments, and you shut them down, man. They barely scored 3 points on a 58-yard field goal. I'm running to the bank with that. I
They
love
played
it.
good in the second half.
Okay.
We're not taking that away.
Both teams
We're not
played
taking
good
that
in
away from the Cowboys, Skip.
Both
But
teams.
what we are taking away was in the first half, they needed somebody with a motor who's going to run Hurts' ass down like he ran Jared Goff ass down.
Did
they
they
needed
blitz,
somebody
Did
like
they
that.
blitz one time in the first half?
But
One
who?
time.
Who?
Zero.
But if you-
Cowboys?
it's-
They-
that's the
they-
thing.
zero.
Because they couldn't.
If you blitz,
The
you got
guy
to
you
deal
traded
with.
him.
You got to deal with a whole nother.
That pickup truck ain't
Set
going
a
nowhere,
problem.
man.
No, come
Like
on.
you don't want to. It's hard to guard Devontae and AJ. It's hard to guard them guys one-on-one. If you
Yeah.
blitz, you got to match up against
Well,
them
they
guys.
took him out of the game.
Yeah, because they
I mean,
fucking four-man
they get
rush
one catch
all
and 3
day.
catches for nothing.
I mean, at the
Hey,
end of
it's
the day,
tomato, tomato, man. You
time's gonna
pick your
tell.
poison.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, to Skip's point though, like, it's easy to do it one time. It's easy to do it the first time of the year, the first game of the year. I mean, you know how fired
Yep.
everybody is up. Like, you're fired up. You're a new place. You walk in, you get a standing ovation. You haven't played
Yep.
one down yet. It's easy to have emotion and be fired up and make those plays and do all that. The argument is, can he do it for 16 more weeks? And can he do it in the playoffs? Or is Kenny Clark going to be the guy that Dallas needed this year to get him over the hump? I just think time will tell. But from what I saw yesterday, I know Gil's ready to go.
No, I'm just saying you can't listen. I've called some defensive guys, and because I was confused with this idea, because in basketball it don't make sense. If I have Steph Curry and he's giving me 30, and I say, damn, he don't play no defense, and then I switch him out for Patrick Beverly, I got better defense, but I don't got fucking 30 points,
don't got
right?
it.
So the fact that you didn't add them together to have a complete defense, it just seems like you patched up a tire from being, from it leaking, which you traded in your brakes.
Like
What happens when this car starts to run downhill, like Jalen Hurts? What happens when Lamar comes down there, he wants to break on the outside? What happens when Daniels decide to run?
Yeah.
like all these guys that
Are you going to be able to challenge that? No, your Ferrari brakes is gone. You got a pickup truck that just focusing on stopping this run.
and all the D tackles that the Packers showed last night, Jerry could have got on the phone and got one of them and kept Parsons. Like, bro, they had D tackles out the woodwork last night. He couldn't have got on the phone and got Woodley. Or he probably still could have got Kenny Clark. It might have cost a couple draft picks.
Maybe.
But he could have got him. All these guys they got, Van Ness, they would have sent you, say first, second round pick.
Yeah.
They would have sent you one of these guys. Then you got Parsons and you got somebody to help you stop the run.
And that was my
Bro,
problem.
you could have made a better play than
My
that.
problem was the timing of it. Like, there was no plan. Like, if you do this earlier in the offseason, then, we can go find another pass rusher and figure it out. You do it 2 weeks before the season starts, there's no backup plan. And it's hard to replace a Micah Parsons. I don't care. I mean, even if you do it in February and then address it in the draft.
Right.
Trade for someone else. It's hard to replace a Micah Parsons. And going to get a D tackle is not going to replace that production you have on the edge from a guy like Micah Parsons.
Okay, I'm going to say this one more time. This is what none of you can appreciate because you didn't go through what I went through with Micah Parsons. I watched every snap very closely of 4 playoff games, not 1 or 2, but 4 playoff games in which he played the whole game. He had 1 sack in 4 playoff games, and it came in garbage time with 1:29 left in a Cowboy blowout win, the only one of the 4 they won, at 8-9 Tampa Bay featuring 45-year-old Tom Brady. He got Tom on the ground with 1:29 left of a game that was 31-14 Dallas. That's it. That's all I got from him because in 2 full games against the 49ers, at San Francisco and at Dallas when we were a 7-point favorite in that one, he no-showed. He had no stats, no splash plays, no nothing. Where I'm like, where was he? And then Green Bay, of all teams, comes to Dallas. And we are 7-point favorites. We're the 2 seed against the 7 seed. This is 2 years ago. It's 27-0 before halftime in favor of the visiting Jordan Love Packers. 27-0. It was the ugliest, most shameful, most humiliating playoff loss I have ever experienced in any sport, anywhere. 27-0 when I thought they had a chance maybe to pull this off and finally break back through in 30 years and go back to a Super Bowl. 27-0 at halftime, and he had the worst stats of his career for the game because I didn't even know if he played in the game. Okay, so help me out. Maybe he has found his paradise in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I don't know. Maybe he was born to be a Packer. I don't know because it was 1 game, perfect place, perfect time for him. He's fired up. He's fresh. They love him. They're on fire for him, and he's on fire for them, and he was on his best behavior, and he gave every ounce he had in that incredible body of his because he's as gifted as they come. I give you that. But the motor doesn't run hot all the time. Trust me on this. I've seen enough.
Well, we're going to have to see.
Where's the other 10 players? Like, when you're talking about giving up 27 points, you're pretending that it's this one guy versus 11 offensive players. He has a job to do.
Okay, is he my best defensive player by far?
But he has a job to do just like the other 10.
That's true.
Right? So
Agreed.
if I have to throw 3 people over there to keep him under control, and we can take care of this side of the field and we're just going to attack this side, that's not his fault. Like, you got to play like he is one piece. He's a big piece, but if you don't have no elements that can support their side, then he's just a guy out there just shooting a bunch of shots, right? Don't got no defense, don't got nobody to pass it to. He's easier to focus on, right? It's like being a quarterback that don't have a running game. You force the pass.
And
like you can only pass.
And that's a nightmare.
That's a nightmare.
Because the quarterback's best friend is a solid run game. Because then we can go play action.
We see what happened to Troy. We see what happened to Troy when he got Emmett.
It's tough. Yep.
He didn't get better. He didn't become more accurate because he worked on this shit. No, Emmett's back. Now you got to worry about Emmett. Now these passes are
load the box. You get one-on-ones. You put guys on islands. I mean, I think that's kind of the bottom line, though. Like
come on, I play Madden.
Wait a second.
I play Madden. I know. I play Madden.
What did Troy Aikman say just the other night on Monday Night Football? I don't have one of my rings without Charles Haley.
Charles Haley.
That's right.
And let me tell you, because I watched every one of those games. I was right in the middle of it. Number 94, he is double blocked every time, and a lot of times triple blocked. Nobody could keep him from wrecking the game. He wrecked playoff game after playoff game, where I just say, 94, they cannot stop him from getting a hand on the quarterback or in the quarterback's face. Or you just knew. And he wasn't just coming with speed and quickness. He was coming with bull rush power.
But that was my point earlier, is if he plays like he did yesterday, I promise you, I'm going into the game plan saying we're going to chip block him, we're going to run away from him, we're going to do all these different things, we're going to get the ball out quicker, we're going to go quick game if he can keep that up, because he is having that type of impact right now with the Green Bay Packers. I know it's only one game, it's a limited amount of snaps.
He don't play like he played. Every game he ever played for the Cowboys, he got chip blocked, he got everything you said.
You have to.
That you got to do it no matter how he playing. Because the time you don't do it, he going to wreck that damn game. So that's half the reason why he disappeared, because he's a red dot guy, like Cody said.
Yeah.
The whole game plan is based on stopping Parsons.
Okay, some guys just are cold-blooded killers.
I played with one.
Trust me.
I played with one.
Vaughn?
I know. He a red dot guy, and it ain't matter. I seen him split plenty double teams.
You're talking about Vaughn, right?
Vaughn, yes, I played with one,
And
bro. I
But
know.
what's the rest of the defense, though, that's
But
supported
I also
that?
played with Vaughn in year 5, year 6, year 7. That's what Parsons is in now. That's all I'm saying. That's
Maybe this
you
is
get
that
better.
kicking the ass he needed.
You come in the league, you a little baby, you play on raw ability, and then at some point you get with somebody and you really fucking learn football. You correct your flaws, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So, and Vaughn did the same thing. So, hey, I'm just watching.
How great was Dallas Cowboys, the rest of that team with Haley?
Oh, they was fucking good.
Right? The rest of them are fucking good, right?
fucking
Which
good.
means he gets to beat. You can't triple and team him, so now you got a double. Double team, he can walk through that.
You're talking with Charles Haley.
With Charles Haley,
Yeah,
yes.
they really didn't have another pass rusher. Tony
They don't need
Tolbert,
another
I don't
pass rusher.
remember.
Do they have pluggers? Do they have?
Tony Tolbert just set the edge against the run. They did not have Russell Maryland was pretty good scoring.
Interior, inside.
Yeah. But
They had backers.
He was it. He changed life in Dallas, Texas.
They had safeties.
Okay, I'm just telling you, Micah Parsons is not a cold-blooded killer. He doesn't have that in him.
He was LeBron James the first year in Cleveland.
You get better, bro.
In Cleveland, right? Where it's just him.
It was just
we don't
him.
have to worry about the rest of this group.
Skip probably was saying that
When
then.
he got
LeBron James is not a cold-blooded killer.
And it was
Well, he's not.
Yes,
He's not.
But what I'm saying is,
he's never been.
He just
But when
went
he
to
got
8 straight chips and won
really?
5 of them. Or, you know what I'm saying?
when he got to Miami,
Like, come
now,
on now.
now there's a Dwayne Wade out there. Now there's a Bosch. Now you just can't focus on this man
And
by
Ray.
yourself like you did in Cleveland. It becomes a different player.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
against the Spurs the second time around, they got blown off the floor by a record finals margin with D. Wade and Bosch and all those guys and LeBron
Was that the
in
first-
his peak.
Well,
It was
that
five-
was when D Wade was
Five
hurt.
The Spurs is a legend team, too.
D Wade
Oh,
was
he's
hurt.
got
D-
knees.
D-
The
Wade was
Spurs
hurt.
had
Yeah,
him and Ginobili, and they had their own,
Wade was
Tony, and they had their own set of Hall of Famers as well. So
They
it ain't
did.
like they lost to some scrubs.
But you need great players to enhance your ability. That's all.
Okay, so you guys
So
have
he has it
convinced me.
now.
Yeah, you have convinced me it is over. The Packers have won the NFC. I don't even know
no,
why they're going to play the rest
no,
of the
we-
game.
No.
No? That's
I'm
what you
saying
guys
Packers
said.
won a trade. That's over. That's
Yeah.
not what I'm saying.
I'm actually, I picked the Lions to go to the Super Bowl, so I'm feeling worse about
Oh,
the
you admit
NFC
that.
right
Thank
now.
you.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I did.
Same, Skip, same.
Yeah.
And?
We just talking about if Parsons deserves credit for that. You feel me? That's
What I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, Skip.
He's trying to add.
How much credit he deserves from
We're
that.
talking about red dot
How
guys
good
right
he
now.
played yesterday.
I'ma just be
That's
honest.
all I'm talking about, Skip.
I'm gonna just be honest, Skip.
Yeah.
I know we don't need to be doing this, but first week predictions, I'm 5-1, Skip.
Oh,
Really?
5-1, Skip. You 0-6, but I don't want to tell you that. You're 0-6, Skip. So, you know what I mean? You had a,
Yeah, I
you
like
had a
the
rocky
math.
first week.
I like that Gill math. It's like you shot 80 or 84 when we played golf the other day.
Yeah.
2 holes.
Yeah, 2 holes. 2 holes. That's
On the
all
front
I need,
nine,
baby.
You know.
on the front, then you had to go to the back.
All right, Skip got bullied on that one, but let's move on. We
I did
got
not get bullied.
it was 3-1.
Yeah.
Jump
You
Skip
said
right
we
now.
jump Skip right now. Yeah.
Stop.
That cowboy, that
that Parsons
star
stick them up,
will
stick
blind
his
you a
jump.
little bit.
Let's move on to Aaron Rodgers, okay? He goes back to his old team, 34-2, and he had a lot to say. I want to play what he said at the press conference because he was living. He had
You spoke
talked
at the
about
meeting with Aaron Glenn on McAfee a few months ago. Beating him, is there significance in that since he basically told you to your face that he didn't think you were right for that team?
Yes, that's what he did.
So there's significance in beating him for you?
I was happy to beat everybody associated with the Jets.
I was happy to beat everybody
Nah, for
associated
real.
with the Jets. But he came out and he kind of balled for his new team.
Yeah.
Do we think that Aaron Rodgers can make a Steelers playoff team?
Yeah, you know what? I do. I think you add Rodgers to that roster. They're already a playoff team. I think Aaron Rodgers helps them get over that hump. If they would have went to MetLife yesterday, if you would have told me that they're going on the road yesterday, take out the Jets, if they're going to play anybody on the road, and their defense gave up 400 yards of total offense, they gave up 32 points.
They did.
They gave up 180 rushing yards, and they only ran the ball for 50 yards.
Yep.
My first question would be, how much did they lose by?
Yep.
But instead, Aaron Rodgers comes out, goes 22 of 30, puts the team on his back, throws 4 touchdowns, only 218 yards, but he did what he needed to do to win that game. Now,
I think he had
I know there's other,
244.
244 yards. Now, I know there's other issues in that game that happened, in circumstances. I know the Quincy Williams late hit out of bounds kind of killed that momentum.
It did.
And instead of being 2nd and 15, now they're 1st and 15-plus yards
were.
now going forward, and they go down and score. Right after that, there's the fumble on the kickoff return, and that kind of spark-plugged everything. But Aaron Rodgers still had to put the ball in the end zone. Just because those things happen doesn't mean the game's over. He still had to go hit Calvin Austin on a touchdown pass. He still had to go down there and have that game-winning drive that he had. You know, and I know Boswell kicked a 60-yarder. I'm not saying he put him in perfect position. And there was that
put him there, though.
Crazy tip to DK Metcalf that was unbelievable, and that might have been the football gods a little bit on that play. But he looked good. He looked calm. He looked cool. He looked collected. He looked like he was comfortable with Arthur Smith and his play calling, even with the run game non-existent. He looked like he was a guy that was understanding progression, going through the offense. Was it perfect? No. The timing, the accuracy with his guys. He missed all of OTAs. That will come. And then there was an argument, too, that he looked like an old man out there. He was afraid to get hit. I saw a guy that knew his limitations. There's no quarterback in the NFL that wants to get hit, right? There's going to be times you got to stand in there and take one on the chin and deliver a throw, which he did.
You do.
But there's other times to where you miss a block and the play's dead and you run away and you throw it away and you move on. You don't compound a problem and try to be a hero and then you get a sack fumble. I thought he did everything great. Now, I will say this, that's not going to be sustainable. I don't think that you can depend on a 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers to go out and win you a football game every week with his right arm. You're going to have to get better with your run game. You're going to have to get better on defense. But he went out there yesterday against a better Jets team than a lot of people expected and had some outside noise with it, his former team and all of that. And he put the belt back on. And he went out there and won the football game for him. So I believe if that's the starting point and he's going to keep getting better, that they absolutely can get over that hump this year as a playoff contender.
You want to go?
I'll go. I agree with Cody. If you don't run the football good, if you run the football how Pittsburgh ran the football, they had like 50 yards rushing.
That's correct.
You get one turnover and you drop 34 points, like your quarterback was damn good. So the passing game was cracking. I mean, I seen the little A-Rod yesterday, man. It was a little A-Rod, like a real old A-Rod. The off-platform throws, he threw off his back foot, threw dimes. He got out the pocket on the run. He threw dimes, you know what I'm saying? So I like it. I think if he play that way, the defense will get better. Like that's Pittsburgh's defense.
Yes, they have to.
They gonna be better. I'm a betting man. I would bet that be one of their worst outings all season right there. Justin Fields came out and played well. He kind of put him in a bind.
He sure did.
With his legs, with his movement and all that. So the defense will be better. If you get that A-Rod with what I think the Pittsburgh defense going to be, shit, they could play with the Bengals. They could play with the Ravens. They could play with the Chiefs, the Chargers. They could play with they could play with the Texans. They could play with the Broncos.
In there.
I ain't putting Indianapolis in there. That's another story.
Yep.
I'm still not going to put the Colts in there. If you could play with all them teams, shit, you a playoff team to me. It's going to be, you're going to have a chance to slide in that 5th, 6th, 7th seed. You're going to have an opportunity to do it. So, A-Rod play like that, hell yeah. I say the Pittsburgh Steelers is a playoff team.
What you got, Gil?
I got a lot.
He's thinking.
I got a lot.
His highlighter there.
I got a lot, Skip.
See it, Kinsey.
I got like
color coordinated.
the greatness of this. But if you add with who Tomlin is, right? You add A-Rod. You have him, DK, the coach. Then you have Bosa in that defense. Yes, they're going to make the playoffs, right? They're going to be a very dangerous team. I don't know where all the hate comes from when it comes to him, but
Because he ain't dishing about 12 years.
He's great. Like what he's done after an Achilles tear is remarkable. I'm sorry, there's only one quarterback that's played better the very next year, and that's Dan Marino. Right? That's the only quarterback that had a great year, winning comeback player of the year in '94. Right? 2020 and 2021, Aaron won back-to-back MVPs, right? Mm-hmm. The 2022 season, 3,600 yards, 26 touchdowns, his quarterback rating 41. Packers passed the ball 573 times, ran it 471. 2023, missed the whole season. Came back 2.5 months early. That is damn near 9 months before anybody else. His first year back, in 2024, he threw 3,800 yards, 25 touchdowns. That's one less than 2022 before an injury. Fewer interceptions than 2022. 44 QB rating, that is 3% higher than 2022. Meaning he was more efficient, protected the ball better, his situational improved, meaning he didn't try any hero plays. So when you say that he's fell off, I don't see it. I don't see it. At the age of 41, because I seen you take that Brady was better.
Brady's better than Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean at 41?
At 41. At 41.
Shit, at 40, 39, 38.
Well, hey,
Wait.
Every fucking
you were
year.
cooking. Wait a minute, don't.
What we talking about?
Okay.
Where you going?
Well, 41 game opener, Brady 2028 versus Houston, 26 for 39, 277 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Passing rating 102.
What year was that?
2018.
Shit, they probably won a chip that year. Did they not?
No.
Did they go?
Rodgers.
They probably lost the chip that year.
Rodgers opening game, Jets last night, 22 of
Wait, what
30.
year was that? That was 2018? Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I was there 2019.
Yeah, so 2025 versus the Jets, 22 out of 30, 244 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, pass rating 136. Rodgers had a better opening night than your great Brady, and one had an Achilles tear. You lose round 1. Your turn.
My turn. Yesterday, Aaron Rodgers went Micah Parsons. Right place,
Amazing.
perfect time. He was exactly where he needed to be, where the universe said, let there be Aaron for one Sunday back at MetLife against the team that he now despises. After I watched a whole season of Hard Knocks in which the Jets proclaimed Aaron the GOAT, and remember that?
They did.
He's going to change life in New York, and now he hates everybody in the franchise, as we saw the clip, and I'm going to get even with every last one of them, starting with the head coach who told me to my face, I can't play anymore. He told him that, did Aaron Glenn, because I don't think Aaron can play anymore, because I don't think he's been able to play for 3 years, going all the way back to the last year at Green Bay. If you look at the numbers he put up, Green Bay said no to him after that year. They said, that's enough. You're more trouble than you're worth, because he's never been anything more than a blame-deflecting, finger-pointing diva who alienates everybody in the franchise, starting with all the wideouts. By the end of the year, he's going to show them up on the field until they finally just say, okay, screw you. We won't play for you. That's his history in Green Bay. In that last year in Green Bay, his QBR, that's my favorite quarterback stat, 0 to 100. He was a 41 for the year. That ranked 26th out of 31 qualified quarterbacks. So that's the last year in Green Bay. And remember what had happened the 2 previous years. They were the 1 seed because he can still play in the regular season. And he got them all the way to the championship game against Tom Brady at home. It was the first time he'd played a home NFC championship game. And Brady ran rings, as in Super Bowl rings, around him. Yep, he did. And then the next year, they're the 1 seed again. And in the divisional round at home in their first playoff game, Jimmy G goes in there and throws a party on the Packers and outplays Aaron Rodgers, and they lose in the first round in their first home game. And then the last year in Green Bay, they actually played Detroit before they were the Lions in a playoff for the playoff game. It was the last game of the regular season. It was a Sunday night game. And Aaron stunk in that game and got completely outplayed, and the Lions went on to the playoffs. And Green Bay said, that's enough of Aaron Rodgers. So he goes to the Jets. He is proclaimed the GOAT, and he tears his Achilles to Gill's point. And he misses that year, and then he comes back last year, and they get him Devontae, and he's got Garrett Wilson. So he's got 2, can we say top 10 receivers, right? I mean, maybe Devontae's a little on the downside, but that's not what we thought going into last year, because it looked like Aaron, that they went and got him what he needed. Now they're going to go places. That defense last year in New York finished 3rd statistically in the NFL. So you got a pretty good defense, and you got 2 really good receivers, and you got 2 really good running backs, because those guys, they were toting rock yesterday, both of them.
They was.
And he goes 5-12 last year coming off the Achilles. And again, you say great bounce back, but it wasn't a Marino bounce back to go 5-12 as the starting quarterback. It's just not. It's not good enough. And yesterday, I give you, he maxed out yesterday. He cannot play better than he played, but he has lost his stomach for making that one big throw you have to make to win games in this league, where you step into it and take a shot in the mouth. And you know how it goes. Yeah. At some point, he's 41, and Brady never lost his nerve in the pocket. Even at 45, he didn't lose his nerve. This guy, he just doesn't have the stomach left for playing pro football at the highest level. Is he still capable of throwing the football like he did? He's lost some arm strength. I didn't see the rockets. He used to throw dime rockets. I mean, just flat out. I don't know that there's. I think Marino was a better thrower of the football. That's probably before your time a little bit.
I watched him. I watched him.
Okay, but listen, when Aaron was right, and again to your point, remember, he had one long ago, far away wild card road run to a Super Bowl. They went on the road all 3 times and won 3 road games because nobody expected much from them. And then they get Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl, and he was really good. My man Greg Jennings caught a poster out that broke it open.
A dot.
It was a dot. But Polamalu's playing with a bad ham, because I was close with Ryan Clark, and he said that we don't even know if he can play or not. And to speak on Ryan, he was kind of at the end of his line and was not the fleetest safety at that
They don't
point.
got nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers, though.
Okay, but again, he played well, and they won that. Since then, he's 7-9 in the postseason. 7-9? The GOAT is 7-9 in the postseason. And some of those 7 wins were pretty lucky. One at Jerry World, where I don't know how they made 2 like intergalactic field goals, Mason crossbar.
Yeah, I remember that last drive.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 51 and a 55-yard field goal, and the 55 looked like he hooked it, and they're indoors, and somehow God's hand. You used to talk about God reached down and.
Are you talking about the 2016 year?
Yeah.
Wasn't Dallas number 1 that year too in the playoffs?
13-3.
And Rodgers came in and okay.
Yeah, he did that.
Keep going.
Okay?
Keep going.
No, he haunted us every year.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm going to use LeBron's favorite word, washed, as in washed up, but just washed. I just think he's washed, and he can do it with his head and what's left of his arm, and he can always be pretty good. But 5-12 with that Jets team last year, that should just show you he ain't it. And again, I love Mike Tomlin. If I could play pro football, I'd want to play for him, because he just fun. Every time I watch him in a pregame interview, I want to put on the pads and jump through the screen and play football for him. But in that division, and I think we're going to get to the Bengals today, that they had a rough time, but they did win. They won at Cleveland. And Lamar and company had a rough time, but I just still don't think they're better than the Bengals or the Ravens. And so I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
Hey, Skip.
But Aaron Rodgers is washed. That's what you're saying.
Hey, Skip, I was watching the game yesterday, enjoying it, and then I got like a ping on my phone. It was you.
Yeah.
You posted. Now the problem with this post was this. Like you had to be furious. Like there was no cool down time. The game ended at 1:12 p.m.
Yeah, which game? Aaron's? Yeah.
You posted at 1:12:05. Aaron Rodgers didn't even unbuckle his goddamn chin strap. He didn't unbuckle his chin strap, and you was already saying he was washed. I was like, the man is just jogging while he was jogging to the locker room, you ran to IG to say how bad he was. It made me re-watch. Like, wait a minute, am I watching? Like, I'm sorry, Skip, but I know you hate this man.
I don't hate this man.
Last night,
I just tell the truth.
Last night he did great. Like, I don't know if you already pre-planned that he was gonna lose, but 4/10 of a second, you already had a post of at least 9 minutes. So you had to be already talking about this while the fourth quarter was going on for you to post it. So
did you watch it?
Yes!
Thank you. I won.
That's what I was like.
I won.
I was like, the team, like.
Oh.
The game ain't over yet. Like, Aaron Rodgers didn't even do this yet.
Skip got you.
I was like,
I got you.
Yeah,
Skip,
he got you. He lured you right in.
Skip is great.
Okay, it takes guts to take a stand, and I'm not going to back off my opinion of him because he's washed, and we'll see. Because there's going to be a game 2 and a game 3.
Exactly.
And God willing for us, a game 4, right?
We're gonna check. Yeah, we're gonna check back in with Skip at the end of the season.
Yeah.
We got Micah, he said, and Aaron are at the top of their game, and they're just gonna decline. So we'll follow up with you after that.
Thank you. I'll be here.
Yeah, still here. Okay, I want to move on to a quarterback that could be elite after this game. Let's see, but it was a little bit ago, but we didn't talk about it yet.
Yep.
Chiefs, Chargers. That game, when we all sat on this couch, you all said the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
Anybody say the Chargers? No one.
No.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, that's
right.
why 5-1.
Right.
I wasn't here,
The only
so
game I lost was the Ravens.
Yeah, well, Justin Herbert came out. I mean, over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, sealing the game with a scramble. You guys got in a little fight about this. Let me go with Gil first.
Yep.
Is Justin Herbert an elite quarterback?
Yes, like I was saying, when you're talking about a quarterback being 6'6" with a rocket arm that can really pass and make passes that a lot of quarterbacks can make, it just takes time, and I think he's found the perfect system, and this is like his welcome home party. I mean, it seemed like you're putting him against the Chiefs. It's like, are you ready for the big time? And he upset the world. Nobody thought they was going to win, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Whatever defense that Patrick Mahomes and the boys thought they had, he walked through it. Like he literally walked through their defense, and it was really just beautiful. I mean, he played an excellent game.
He
Did he
did.
play an excellent game, or is he an excellent quarterback?
He's an excellent quarterback.
Yeah,
Like he's top tier.
I was highly impressed. I watched every play of that game.
Yes, sir.
He Spags threw everything at him too. There were multiple times where as a quarterback, right, your antenna goes up, it's third down. Okay, maybe cover zero is coming. If it's an obvious passing situation, here comes the blitz. Spags is unorthodox. He goes off script. It'll be 2nd and 5 on the second series of the game, and you're going to get all out cover zero, which you're not ready for. And they caught him on that. On one of those, he took a huge shot, wasn't ready for it. But after that, he went back to the sideline with Greg Roman, and I think he kind of locked in and made that adjustment. I mean, he was taking care of everything that Spags was throwing at him. There was a cover zero a couple plays later. On a second down, double stick. Get it out to McConkey. Big play. We're picking it up. We're dialing it up. Then there was another one I was talking to Aqib about before the show, is he walked down, and this is when I knew, all right, Herbert's gone from here to here. This play was highly impressive. I'm sitting there watching the tape, and it's the touchdown to Keenan Allen on the corner route. He walks up, and everything on the defense tells you cover zero is coming. Safeties are down low. Everyone's eyes on, locked on. Everyone looks like everyone's up tight to the line of scrimmage. 8 or 9 guys to the line of scrimmage. And I'm sitting there yelling at the TV, cover zero, get out of your play, check, check, check. And you can see Herbert look, does a double cadence, hut, looks around, kind of nods, and snaps it. And sure enough, they bail out. They have a switch release out of a 2-stack formation, which is impossible for the DB and the safety to figure out who's going to take who. Keenan Allen has a walk-in touchdown to the corner. That is stuff that goes underappreciated as a player. You don't really notice how high level those things are until you go back and watch the film or have someone break it down. For him to be able to do that in the first game of the year in Brazil, which is tough to travel and get your mind ready for all of that, against Spags, who's one of the best defensive coordinators in all of football, for him to do that and not bat an eye and not hesitate and cold-blooded killer walk off the field and then come back, the final play where we go motion and now they're bringing all out cover 0, and I know it's coming from the left. I'm going to bide time and find Quentin Johnson in the back of the end zone. He was just playing high level football, and I knew Gil knew that was coming. That's why he said that. I wish I was here Friday. I knew you were ready for all that. And then the last play of the game, we've always talked about his arm. He takes off, and they don't run the ball to try to run the clock out. They let him throw it. He understands the situation, takes off, and has a first down. I mean, for me, Herbert is going into that elite category because of some of the plays in that game and how he handled those situations. It was highly impressive.
You buying?
Hell no. I've seen this from Herbert before. Like, we've seen him throw 5 touchdowns and look great in this game. We've seen him. He showed flashes all the time. Last night was just another flash against a Patrick Mahomes team with no wideouts. He might as well have me out there. Let me go play wide. I got 7 touchdowns in college at wide. Let me go spin. You know what I'm saying? He had 0 wideouts, and he still was Chris Jones keeping contained away on a 3rd and 15.
Thank you.
Chris Jones keep contained. Patty gonna come win that game. You know what I'm saying? He gonna lose again to Patty.
He was.
He had a good game. I don't buy it. It's the same old Chargers in my opinion.
Keenan Allen came back. I mean, you know.
I like Keenan. That's my guy.
He came back. Welcome back home, goddammit.
I fuck with Keenan, man. He has to do this when it counts. This is opening night against the Chiefs with nobody. You want to see the Chiefs with Rasheed, with
Xavier Worthy.
You're going to see him with his guys soon. So do it against him when the game matters. Win or go home when he got all his guys. And then I will raise your level. I'm not going to raise your level in the Brazil game that everybody was crammed up in the hotel for. He got no wideouts.
And then crammed up in the hotel too. That's 6'6".
Big ass want to play DN. They let Chris Jones do what he wanted. He wanted to be a DN so bad, they let him play it. Now, next time it's crunch time, I bet you he have his big ass at D tackle. I bet you that.
Fact.
I bet you that. So,
Gil, I thought the other day you compared the Chargers to the Clippers, and you said you got no use for them.
No. You're talking about winning the Super Bowl. Like I'm like they're the Clippers, so I don't really root for them. Like I don't root for the Clippers as an organization. I just like the players. So I like all the Clipper players.
Right.
I don't like the organization.
Okay.
It's just a thing.
Aqib nailed this one. You were right on just prototype, all the measurable, like you can't do better. I can't go in the lab and make a better quarterback than this. I was going to call him a kid, but this is year 6, so we got 5 years of this.
A vet.
Right? He's a vet. Okay. I mean, he is 6'6", what is he, 240 probably, and he can run a little bit. He's not Lamar, but he's
good enough.
Got some wheels, good enough. Yeah. Rocket, we got howitzer on, we got the whole package going. I think he's got like a 10-cent head. That's just me because I've seen too much already when push comes to shove in 2 big playoff games. First one was after the 22 season. Remember the game at Jacksonville? Mm-hmm. They're up 27-0 in the first half. It's like Green Bay at Dallas. It's 27-0 because Trevor Lawrence had thrown 4 picks in the first half and they lost a fumble. So they had 5 turnovers. They're up 27-0. And it's not all Justin's fault, but he can't get them home, and they lose it, 31-30. Okay. It was a complete and utter collapse, and now you're to leadership. You're to that winning quality, that winnability that you either have or you don't have. You just have to get that one home. Everybody has to do their job, as you say, Gil, but in the end, the quarterback has to make a couple plays, especially in the fourth quarter, where you just get home with that one because you got this. You can't spit that one up. And then last year was way worse because they opened up at Houston, and I really thought they could win that game because I'm a Harbaugh guy, and I thought, come on, just game manage, just keep it between the lines, just don't turn it over. And he throws 4 picks at Houston, and they get shellacked 32-12. He has a QBR of 11 on a scale 0 to 100, so he was pathetic in that game. So 2 playoff games for a game and certainly a half, he was a liability.
Yep.
And then the other night, I texted you in the game, right at the end of the game, that was easily the best game I've ever seen him play, and I give you that because it was spectacular, man. He didn't do anything wrong.
High level.
I didn't think Spags got enough heat on him. I know that they have creative blitzes and they do a lot of stuff, but I saw a stat after the game. Without pressure, he was 20 of 24 for 280. So he just, a lot of times it just felt like he was just standing back there, just shooting fish in a barrel and just picking them to pieces. And Patrick, not only does he not have his top two, but Kelsey's kind of turned into a shell of himself. I know he got loose. They tricked him on the one play, and he got loose for a wide open sort of catch and run touchdown. But he caught 2 balls in the game. As I tweeted, maybe he should lock in and engage more in playing football than engage in everything that he's engaging in off the field.
He's a Swiftie now.
Okay, he's a Swiftie.
Full Swift.
Yeah, and he's not as swift as he used to be on the football field. And look, that game the other night, it comes down to the play that you bring up. Okay, so it's 3rd and 14.
Yep.
And Chris Jones takes an inside rush because he wants to be a DN.
Right.
And he just gets shoved inside, and Justin Herbert looks over there and sees nothing but lots of green Brazil grass. And he takes off, and once he gets uncorked, unwound, he can run, and he goes for 19. And then they show the sideline, and Drew Tranquil, the linebacker, is up in Chris Jones' face. He is in his face. This is Chris Jones, who's the best player on their defense. I think we would agree, right?
Yep.
And Tranquil is just chewing his ass out. And Chris Jones wasn't fighting back. I mean, they kind of had to be separated, but I think he knew, I can't do that, because if you just play your assignment, you got to make sure that you don't just give him that. Well, Patty's going to get the ball back, and things are going to happen, because that's when he usually makes something happen.
Exactly.
Right? So I'm
just made something happen to drive before that.
Yeah. So here we go with a one-night wonder where you're right. He was sensational. But you were in the right place at the right time with lower expectations, because most people were picking Kansas City, and they were favored to win the game.
So everybody who had a good night was in the right place at the right time.
Yep. Opening day. Yep.
See, but that's my issue with, like, we can sit here and nitpick that last play. All right, Chris Jones came inside, sure. But Herbert still had to make the right decision. And who says if he doesn't step up in the pocket, he doesn't hit? I mean, how do you know he's not going to convert the first down? And he went 25 of 34 for 300 plus and 3 touchdowns to get them to that point in the first place. It's not like someone did all the work and then they threw Justin Herbert in there and said, all right, Chris Jones is going to collapse, go make a big play to put the game away. He didn't do that. He looked calm. He looked poised. He looked in command. Him and Greg Roman were cooking all game long. We heard so much about Harbaugh. Run first, run first, run first. They came out and said, this is Justin Herbert's football team. We're going to throw the football. And I don't know what the hell he was dreaming about, but Harbaugh woke up a couple months ago and said, I got to get Herbert to the Hall of Fame. If he keeps playing like he did, and I'm not going to say he's going to be a Hall of Famer, but if he keeps playing like he did last night, I don't want to overreact, but that's what it's.
Right, you could have said
that
that.
Week 1.
Sometimes you got to.
You could have said that for 7 games last year, but 7 games the previous year. Like, if he keeps playing like this, he don't, Cody.
This
he
Chargers
don't
hate is
continue to play
crazy.
like this.
But it's so easy to say, this is what he's done before, so he's going to do it again.
That's all we can go by.
I'm with the quarterback here.
That's all
the same time you said last week, Aqib, we were talking
so the
about
coach going to the Super Bowl then?
No.
Daniel Jones going to win MVP, right?
No, I don't agree with that.
Come on, bro. We're not crowning nobody off one game.
Is he 1-0?
We're not crowning nobody off one game.
No, but your argument last week.
I do it
every day. That's his favorite.
Yeah, Gil does. But you
At least
said
they got a chip, though. They got a guy.
Were we not talking Dak Prescott?
Coach, you got a chip.
We were talking Dak Prescott last week. In year 9, and you said some guys just get there later on in their career.
And I also said he need a new coordinator to get him there, and he needed a whole bunch of stuff.
You do.
Right now, I don't got no faith in the Cowboys in the playoffs because all Dak do is what he do.
I'm not
the
saying
Ravens, I don't got no faith in y'all until y'all show me otherwise. The Chargers, I don't got no faith in him because all y'all do is show me what y'all show me. Y'all gonna get to the show, and it's gonna be Burrow, it's gonna be Mahomes, it's gonna be Josh Allen. I don't really got no faith in him because he ain't did it. It's gonna be Burrow or it's gonna be Patty in the chip. Until somebody show me otherwise.
I hope it's Allen because that's who I picked.
And so you go by that. I don't believe shit till shit happens.
I don't believe shit till shit happens.
Which is fair, but I'm saying based off of week 1, I get it. It's overreaction time of the year. This team sucks. This guy's great. This guy's awesome. He's going to turn the page. He's going to change his career. Based off of that, I'm not just saying that because I'm on the high of the game. When I went back and watched the film, that is high-level shit, man. When he's up there, that's stuff that before that he would check out of because he thinks his cover's 0, and then he'd have to burn a play, and it's not a touchdown to Keenan Allen. There was times like he did early in the game. 2nd and 5. I didn't know cover 0's coming. I take a rib shot later in the game to win. I'm not checking out of that. But we go motion. I see man coming across. That's next level stuff.
But that's his damn 7th game playing Spags. You should know it by now,
Right,
man.
but you can say the same-
You play him twice a year. You run the same shit. It's Spags. He been running the same shit for decades.
He has.
You should know that.
Yeah.
You should know the looks by now. Oh, I just seen that look on tape. You not coming.
Okay,
I
so
play you 2 damn
you're
times
telling
a
me
year.
if he does it outside of the conference, then you're going to say, all right, cool, I'm with him. Or if he's outside of his division.
Do it in a big game, bro.
Was a big
Do
game.
it when Spags switches shit up a little bit. In big games, Spags come with a little bit. He put a little sprinkle
But
on this.
that's what week 1
in
is.
Big games.
The week 1 is a new roster, new personnel, all of these
Not
new
for
shit.
Spags.
Coming off of a
Spags
beatdown in
dust
the
off
Super
his
Bowl, you
whole
don't think-
playbook, and he run this shit week 1.
Yeah.
He run this shit week 1.
But the problem is Herbert wasn't getting that taken care of before. Now he is. That tells me, again, I'm not sitting here crowning them. I still think the Bills, I do believe the big 4 of the quarterbacks in the AFC, those are the front runners. But it's hard for me right now with Harbaugh and with Herbert and adding those 2 running backs. When you get Najee Harris and Amarian Hampton and you add some, I know you lose your left tackle, but Joe Alt looked good the other night.
He did.
He played left tackle for Notre Dame. He looked good at left tackle.
He did.
They've got some weapons. Their defense looked good too.
Harbaugh is a winner.
man.
Harbaugh
Derwin James is running that group.
because he's a winner. He got to win the
Hey, you know what? Maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, and I think
Drink it.
maybe I am,
but I
but
believe it when I see it.
I think Herbert is turning
This
that
is-
page.
I believe it when I see it.
This wasn't a big game for Kansas City after what happened in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they
and this
just
was
saw
about,
you now.
this was supposed to be a
We talking
staple
about-
game.
We talking about some
Only
guys.
game on TV.
Yeah.
We talking about
Friday
some
night
guys
football.
who
by
live in the Super
themselves.
Bowl.
Yeah.
Friday.
They barely can get up for this shit, bro. We talking about some guys who live in the chip.
Uh-huh.
Opening night ain't no big deal to them.
Yeah, this is like
Man,
this
we
is
live in the chip, man.
We're seeing you fumble in the.
We'll be there.
Oh my God! No, not
We'll be there, bro.
Hey, I hate that he's right about that.
Hey,
too.
we'll be there.
I hate that the
It's
Chiefs.
hard to get up for, like, by the time I was like year 11, them rookies, they fucking route me up in practice and shit. I'm like, bro, I can't get up for this shit.
Travis-
I can't even get warm for practice, bro.
Travis Swift. The way he's playing, he gonna have to change his name.
See, all he
to
needs is the
his
rest of
white
the guys.
fans. Huh?
Once he get Rasheed back over there, now you got to pay attention to him. Once he get Worthy, who can really go up top, now you got to pay. Now shit open back up for Travis. Right now, he is the one. He is wide receiver 1. He's the only guy they got. He's the only person there. The only person. He get all the doubles. He get all the attention right now. That's how he gonna look. He gonna be limited to 2 catches. One of them for a touchdown.
You're not feeling Hollywood Brown or my guy Juju.
I don't really like Hollywood. You know what I really want to happen, Skip? Just blow that shit up in Miami. That's a shit show, right?
Oh, Miami.
Blow that shit up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Send Tyreek back to the Chiefs
Yep.
and let Mike McDaniel go be the OC for the Cowboys. And then we'll see something.
Okay, I like that.
That's what I need to happen
All right.
right there.
Oh, so
I
you
just-
need Tyreek back for the.
Yeah.
Let Tyreek
For
get
them
back
to
to
be-
the
for them-
Chiefs,
for
man.
them to
Come
be
back
pretty
home,
good.
baby.
Yeah.
And I'll say
Come
that.
back home, man. Go up top, man.
But again, like this wasn't pertaining to the question. I'm not saying that the Chargers are now going to go win the AFC West. I'm not saying that they're all of a sudden great. The question was, is Herbert elite? And for them to get to that next step, he needs to be. What I
Opening
saw
night
on
don't
Friday
make you
night,
elite.
what I saw on
What you
Friday
do on
night
opening night do
was
not fucking
elite.
make you elite.
I know you got to be
You can't
consistent, but
get
that
an
was
elite
elite.
stamp from opening night. So no, he's still not elite. He's the same. Was he elite last year, in your opinion? So opening night made him elite. You can't fucking become elite on opening night.
Sometimes.
If that's the case, then Daniel Jones is elite.
No, but sometimes all it takes is one game.
Yeah, or one
against
season, one year. I need that next.
Yeah, well, you gotta see the whole year.
Yeah, I agree,
I
Opening
agree.
night do not make you elite.
I agree.
If it does, then Daniel Jones is elite.
sometimes
Kobe
you
went
need
to the chip.
confidence.
Because of the intangibles he has, and now you pair that with the high-level shit I was seeing against Spags, who regardless of, okay, I've got the book on Spags, he's been one of the best defensive coordinators year in and year out. He's also got the book on Herbert, too. If we want to talk, like Spags has the book on Herbert. I know what he does well. I know what this team does. I know what Greg Roman does. And they were going they were going at it the entire game.
Right.
And Herbert was winning all of those battles.
Yeah.
And Spags felt like, damn, I had him in 3rd and 15 to give my offense,
Yeah.
to give Patty a chance to win. Shit, if I would have made that play right there, Chris Jones stands outside, Spags gonna feel like he won that.
He would.
I feel like I won that matchup. I gave Pat Mahomes the ball at the end of the game with a chance to win. If I'm a D coordinator, I feel like I did my job.
Yep.
Patty was by himself.
I guess we'll never know.
He's like Jokic last year.
Yeah, that's.
Can we talk
It's
about
just-
the elite quarterbacks now?
I just
Really
said Patty.
not.
We just
I
did.
just said Patty.
Yeah.
Patty Biden.
We were
he out there
fighting
buying
about
fucking
this.
stuff
Yeah,
at this
we
point. He did. I mean, he was
Kinsey,
doing
can we go to the elite
everything. That was-
receivers? The
Hey,
elite
in my
quarterbacks,
defense,
I'm sorry.
I don't-
You guys
I
fought
was-
with me on my opinion.
That was-
I don't have Herbert in the top 5, but I do think
You
he's
top
creeping in.
top 8. You have him top 8.
No, I have no. No. He's right at that 6, 7
He's
spot.
gonna be. That's all that matters.
I think
But
he
it's
can
only
be.
one-
I think
Okay.
he
If the
absolutely
season
can.
stops right now, where is he?
Right now?
Yes, off of week 1.
He's not-
Off
that's
of
not
week 1.
how it works.
not how it
Shit,
works.
that's all that matters. Off of week 1.
Nah,
If the season is right now,
No.
he gets to say
You're gonna give me
he's
a
top
hey.
3, top 4.
This gonna get
That's all that
clipped.
matters.
It's gonna get clipped, and he's
He
not
gets a
over.
couple days to be. Hey, he gets a couple days to celebrate.
If we went off week 1, then Joe Burrow would be the worst quarterback in the league.
He looked like
Just
I mean,
went
shit.
off week 1.
He was playing the Browns. Looked like the Browns. We sitting here talking about the
I know, but the rivalry
he played the
at
Browns and
I
did that
wasn't
last
even, it's
night.
a rivalry against the Browns. I wasn't even expecting that to dominate. It wasn't.
Nah, they
I-
always play them good.
Yeah, they do.
They all, yeah, the Browns.
24-3, they beat him
always
2
win
years ago.
Man,
Yeah.
they always play the
Start the
Bengals
year.
good.
And the
They did.
Bengals haven't won in a season opener since 2021.
No,
They've
they haven't.
never been good in the season opener. The Browns are a rivalry.
That's why the NFL gave them the Browns. Get you a win. And they struggle with that.
They did struggle, but we are going to get to that tomorrow. We don't have a ton of time today, and I know you guys are going to have a lot to say, the Bengals versus the Browns. But tonight, we have J.J. McCarthy's making his debut. I'm super excited to watch. Obviously, a lot of talk around him. We've got the Bears, the Vikings. It's going to be great. So subscribe. Make sure you guys are watching every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So much to talk about. Thank you guys so much for watching The Arena Gridiron.
Wait, we got to watch that game tonight?
Hey, my fantasy QB playing, my fantasy tight end playing
I
tonight,
want to
man.
watch that game tonight.
I only
Hey,
have my running back.
I might get hounded on this, but I'm drinking the Bears Kool-Aid too. Ben Johnson's got me
come
ready
on,
to run
man.
through
You have the
wall.
Bears tonight.
I do have the Bears. I think they're going to be legit this year.
I
I think they're
don't-
going to be better than what people think.
And I don't believe in J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah,
I believe in
I like
Ben
JJ, but-
Johnson, but I don't believe in Caleb Williams. So.
Hey,
I'm not gonna make a take, so I'm
Fight
not
on,
gonna say
baby.
5-1.
Fight on.
I want to say 5-1, so I'm not gonna make a take.
You're not gonna make-
You're not saying nothing?
No.
You're the guru right now.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin
on,
your
man.
streak.
All right,
Come on,
Jill.
let's
Who I
go.
need to
Let's
go
go.
with?
You're the football guy. You're the football guy.
Who you going with?
You are.
Whatever Skip goes with, I'm going opposite.
Okay.
He's on 6.
Who do you got?
I believe in Brian Flores. That's what
Yeah,
I
Okay,
believe.
that's
Yeah,
All right,
sir.
so I'm
Me
taking
too.
the Vikings.
He gonna tear his ass up
The
tonight.
Bears. I'm going with the Bears.
Nah.
Bears.
I'm going with the Bears. man.
All right,
I gotta go with the Bears.
good. Beginner's luck. That's what it's going to be, all right?
Let's find out tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Tune in.